All right, so welcome to the game. It is called The Pit of Doom. Uh, we'll see how things go as we get into it, but we'll just start with some character intros because these are all newbie, fresh off the boat, fresh in the guild, uh, little newbies. Characters, that is, not players. So we'll go left to right, top to bottom. So we'll start with Daniel.
Okay. So Daniel is the kind of man you'll meet at a tavern. Just head down, minding his business, drinking his beer. He's a monk of the Drunken Master, and he used to be a sailor until his crew kicked him out for his drunkenness, and then he decided later after that to lead into it in his monk ways. But yeah, besides that, he's pretty quiet for the most part. He tries to stay to himself, be in the shadows.
All right.
Yeah.
Um, I think this is the right name for this character. That's what's on the sheet. I had a different one before, so I renamed it this. But if it's not, you just let me know. But Pliskin, is that the right name for your character? Okay, cool.
So it's funny you should say right off the boat because he is in fact a sailor, and he is a Goliath. The name is paying homage to TFS at the table's own Pliskin, who didn't get much love. Uh, this boy, he's a big Goliath. He's a Storm Herald barbarian, and what's more is he just brought the anchor with him as his weapon, that's similar to that of a great axe.
Excellent. Maybe that Storm Herald knows my Storm Herald Sailor Barbarian at some point through the ways. Next up, we have Kara.
Yes, I am playing Kara. I am a dramaturgy wizard. I recently came to this plane, but unfortunately my vessel got stuck here, and so I decided to sneak out and see what's going on in this mortal realm a little bit. And yes, Alex, it's exactly where you think it's from.
I don't remember. My mind is still on the Batman. So.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you after the game then.
All right. Here's my plug. Go see the Batman. But unless you don't like dark movies, then you'll hate it. But it was great. Spoonlicker Jr.
All right. Hi. My name is Spoon. My name is Cassidy, and from the distance, everyone will hear, "No, it's not. Say it again." And he would just sigh and just be like, "My name is Spoonlicker Jr., and I do not want to be here. However, I was kidnapped by my master." He puts in, as he basically puts in quotes, and his friends who basically bet on us. I was just before all this, I was just a simple chicken farmer, basically helping my pops all out in the, all out in the field. However, that was ruined when the evil wizard basically came through and decided to blow up the place. And now I had to take up a job in a priest, and was kidnapped and brought here. Uh, However, I was told that I would be working on a ship, but my boss deemed me and my friend over there, Cliffface, as he is now known, to basically help out here in the guild as a cook. And that's pretty much it. Before this, I was basically trained in a bit of archery, and my boss basically told me to go and, do a little pot shots in the back every once in a while on my breaks. And yeah, that's it for me.
All right. So go ahead and place yourselves wherever you find yourselves today. This day in the guild. Place yourself wherever you want to be.
Right to
Oh,
the bar.
Well, technically, I'm working here, so I guess I would
So,
just be
so you
with
just
next to
sweep
Rusty.
you just sweeping the floors.
Yeah, basically just sweeping the floors.
All right. All
Sweep,
right.
sweep, sweep.
Sweep, 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 sweep. All right. Cool. So you're sweeping. Daniel's drinking. Pliskin and Kara, where are you guys chilling at?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Pliskin.
Probably have to stay right over here.
Kara would probably just be chilling over in this corner, like just sort of watching everyone and taking notes and writing things down.
The pie table.
The pie table.
Yeah.
Today you have steak and potato pie on the
Ooh.
table. It's
Ooh,
a
a hearty pie.
it's a hearty late morning pie. It's like it's a almost lunch pie. It's the pre-lunch pie. They're at a quiche, but we got pre-lunch pie, which is notably better anyway. Um, so as you guys are all kind of sitting, kind of hanging out in the guild, you see that there seems to be like a green little someone posts a job on the quest board and it starts to glow green. I'm just gonna do this because it's fun. Um, but you see that it's continuously just like pulsating this shade of green. You guys all kind of see it, and it doesn't look like anybody came out and actively placed it there themselves. It looks like it just kind of appeared and starts pulsating and glowing, kind of grabbing all of your attention and almost just like a homing beacon to this board. But there are other people in the tavern, but nobody seems to be taking notice or really caring yet about this job. So, what do you guys want to do?
Mating. This 8'3" tall Goliath is just gonna push up from his seat and like walk over to the board.
You walk up and you see a pulsating green piece of paper. Almost like as you get closer, there's almost these green like sparkles of energy just kind of glowing from it. Go ahead, roll me an Arcana check, Pilskin or Pliskin.
Pliskin.
You know that it's magical of some sort. You've seen, being on a boat, you've seen people use magic for different things. This is likely the same spell that people use to help clean up when they make a mess or do little fun effects. So you've seen something like this before. You might not know the name of the spell specifically, but you have seen it as
That's
prestidigitation.
thaumaturgy thing, right?
You know what? That's actually not far wrong. So. Nice spoon liquor. So yeah, you have this glowing piece of paper in your hand, and I assume your character can read, but I'm not going to make that full assumption. Okay. As you look at it, you see that all it says is "Be here tonight at 8 p.m. for I need you to do something for me, as I'm quite busy and would like some newer adventures in the guild to gain some experience." Signed, G.S. Daniel, you feel the size of this very large creature just kind of walk up right past you and pull this glowing thing off the board. And Kara, as you're watching, you see this behemoth of a man walk over and just take this, what looks to be the equivalent of like a post-it note size piece of paper, to them anyway, not to you, in their hand, and they're just kind of staring at it and reading it to themselves. And Spoon Liquor, you obviously see everything because you're sweeping and walking around.
As Daniel sees him walk by, he's gonna like turn to where he's fully like he's like kind of watching the crowd as well before like facing outwards, but then he turns in his chair to face the bartender and he's like, no, and he goes to drink his drink and it's empty. And then he's gonna like reach into his pocket to try and look for more money, and he just sighs as he realizes like he's fresh out of expenses. He's like, I'm going to have to take up a quiz to get more money.
And you see Rusty look at you and says, yeah, guess I don't sell that for free.
You wouldn't happen to have a tab that he says like hopefully.
I have tabs, but not for people I've never met before.
As he gets up and goes to look at the quest board, where'd the shot?
You put some skin in the game and I'll give you some leeway.
Yeah, sounds good. And he's probably gonna just carefully walk over to the quest board to see if there's anything there.
Yeah, you kind of, as you get there, you see that Pliskin had pulled this off, and he's looking at this, this glowing piece of paper, and you assume reading it since he's looking at it, and kind of just staring, kind of reading it. And...
What do you think of this little man?
I think that.
And he like shows him the paper.
And he just kind of closes his eyes, realizing he was just called Little Man. Then he just kind of sighs it off, and he's like, I think that I'm going to be here later at night. Anything for money. as he rubs his face.
You see that one of Rusty's numerous mage hands floats over to you and offers you a cool towel to wipe your face with, as he can see that you're starting to struggle a little bit. And then
He grabs it.
and then it floats back
and
over
he
here
uses
and just
it.
disappears. And Rusty sees you and he looks up and goes, Spoonlicker Jr. can pick it up if you make a mess. Don't worry about it.
Liquor Junior just was like, if you could use Mage Hand, why do you need me here?
Why should I do everything in my own bar? Do you not want a job that pays you and gives you food, room, and board? Because
He just
I
looks
can
at you
kick you
just
out
like,
to the
"Oh."
curb.
It's like, no, but you don't pay me enough. I barely have enough food. I barely
You have a free bed and 3
We have
meals a
enough-
day. What more do you want?
Daniel just kind of turns. He's like, I must be drunk. Because who would name their kid Spoonlicker? He says, like,
Spoonlicker.
do you say that out loud?
yeah, he
I
like
do.
mumbles that to himself.
It's just like, okay. Can I roll a perception to see if I hear?
Yeah, go for it.
Pliskin would have just, like, if he hears the name Spoonlicker, he would go, Spoonlicker.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll perception and see if yeah. I'll say because you're not actively unaware of what's going on that you would notice it.
Yeah, Spoonlicker just kind of looks at Rusty. Is just like, it's just all your fault. Because he basically just is just like, why do you guys keep insisting on calling me name? My name is Cassidy. And from the top, it's just like, you're not called that. Your name is Spoonlicker now. That's what we agreed on.
And he's like, hey, at least you don't live in Forktown. That place got really forked the other week, so you got a better life here, Spoonlicker. Yeah. And he goes back to business.
All right. He just keeps picking up tables. It's just like, anything else you want to help me with, boss?
People died there, and we're making jokes about it.
A lot of people die everywhere.
Nah, just watch for the vomit. Inevitably, it's coming.
Gotta look at it inevitably. Oh, great. Okay. Spoonlicker just kind of looks at the situation to get out of this. It's just like, he looks at Daniel and Priskin. It's just like, you folks look like you're about to head out. You mind taking me along with you?
Sure.
Daniel kind of
It's like-
laughs at this.
Yeah, he desperately just wants to leave this place. It's just like, oh, boss, is it okay? It's just like, if I leave for a while.
I mean, as long as you finish your work before you leave, I don't care what you do. But if you die, I'm not paying you.
Cass just kind of looks at
Pliskin
him.
will actually pull up the bird. Though, don't think we'll be leaving anytime soon.
Oh, great.
Points at
That
the
means
tunnel.
you can mop the upstairs, the back room, and the downstairs. I think we have rats down there. I don't know. Just deal with it.
Do I have to roll a performance? Do you want me to roll a performance for that? See how well I do it?
You know what? Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. A performance which I have -1 in. Okay, fine.
Hey,
Hey.
Not bad.
a 14. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna dock your pay today. Tomorrow, however, is a different story. Gotta do better every day.
Spoonlicker just kind of.
I am getting nothing but the Dread Pirate Roberts. Well done, Wesley. Maybe I won't kill you today. Maybe tomorrow. Over and over and over.
Rusty's
again.
feeling spicy today. He has an employee. He hasn't had one before, so he doesn't know really how to treat an employee. He does it all by hand, but not today. He's also used to his invisible thing just doing what he commands without questioning him or talking back, so you know. Anyway,
You're a strange one. Have you been here before? This is my first time too. Want to go on? Want to join us? And he's talking to the person over here in this corner.
Oh, okay. That,
Like, no fucks given.
Chikara.
Kara is literally just like he is just writing furiously. Like it's almost like he's like writing down notes about all of the interactions of people. And as you would come over, he would close his books and look up. No, it is my first time here. I needed to get out of the house a little bit, as they say. It was getting a little stuffy there, so I thought I would come over here and You know, see what's going on. But did I hear that you have a job this evening?
And like ever so delicately places it on the table. Like giant Goliath hands just
And you can see that it says that there is something that needs to be done for newer adventures here, and to be back at 8 o'clock.
New adventures. I believe that I count for that, and I had nothing else going on this evening, so I think I will stick around for a bit.
All right. Well, you guys basically have until 8 p.m. If there's anything that you wanted to do in town or around the place, we can just quickly narrate through that. Otherwise, we can move on to 8 p.m. tonight. So if there's any shopping you wanted to do or anywhere you wanted to go in the meantime, because it's, like I said earlier, it's only like late morning now, probably close to 11, so you have pretty much the whole day to just kind of do whatever you need to do. Cassidy, you're stuck at work until 4. So he's keeping you to work till 4. If you have from 4 till
I'll be
8.
sleeping there. I guess on the side after I guess on the side I would have like Cliffface go out and get me like 2 healing potions while I'm just working.
Okay, cool.
Pliskin can pick those up for you since he's heading that way anyway.
There you go.
Awesome.
Are you buying? I'm assuming you're buying stuff from the store too, Pliskin.
Yeah.
All right. What are you buying?
He's getting a couple healing potions.
Sounds good. Daniel, do you have any money with which to buy anything, or have you put it all into your booze?
You see, I did say I put it all into my booze, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to buy anything.
I mean, if you drank 150 gold plus whatever your background is worth of booze, you can say you did that. Otherwise, you could have the 150 gold to buy what you want. I'm not gonna say you have no money.
When he's walking, he suddenly hears like a cling, and like he raises his head, like kind of sobered out of nowhere, almost like he's almost kind of faking it, and he like reaches into his like boot and he pulls out like a thing of money, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot about you," and he's probably gonna go and buy a few health potions.
Cool. So they are 50 gold pieces for the standard. So if you want to buy a couple or 1 or 3 or none, you are welcome to do so.
He'll probably buy 2.
Okay, cool. And Kara, anything you are doing during the day?
Nope. Kara would have gone out already and bought some. What are they called? Magical components. But he is just came to the shop and he seems to be like taking down notes about everyone and everything that's going on in there. A lot of it is just filled with interactions about Rusty, and like there's so many question marks about like what exactly Rusty is because his magic level is just like off the chart. He just can't figure out Rusty.
Okay. As you are trying to figure out Rusty, and the other 3 of you are kind of getting back here or coming back downstairs towards 8 o'clock, about 5 till, you see that you guys kind of all come around the same table, kind of where you are now, and the piece of paper that was glowing before stops glowing, and it kind of floats up in the air and whoosh, disappears. And then, Kara, you being a wizard, you feel a surge of arcane energy come from the general direction of an office back behind the bar. And you don't see anything, but you all of a sudden hear, whoosh, and a few minutes go by, and right as the clock is tolling the 12th or the 8th toll at 8 p.m., you see the door swing open, a character walk out and kind of nod to Takara, the guildmaster, and they close the door behind them, and you see popping out of the door an elven-looking person wearing a bright green cloak, as well as a little green spider on their shoulder, with books aplenty shown about their waist and in their book holsters, and glasses on their face. And they immediately just walk over to the 4 of you, and they're just like, so, I take it you're the 4 who are taking the job since the paper that I posted disappeared?
Yep.
Yes, that is correct.
I just want to leave, man. I don't care what the job is.
Alright, cool. Well, do you want any info about it, or do you want me to send you to where we're going?
It'd be
It
nice
looks
to know.
good.
What
It'd be
was-
nice to know what I'd possibly die by.
Oh, I don't know that. All I know is, so I just got back. I've been, shall we say out of town for a little bit. But anyway, I stopped by my house first, up in Medusa Smile, and yeah, there's a giant hole up there now in the ground between Medusa Smile and Ashenvale, and I don't have time to look into it. I'm very, very busy. And as they say that, you see them pull out a book and they're reading while they're talking to you, so only really giving you about a third of their attention. As the spider is pulling out a tiny book from his inner cloak pocket and is like, because yes, the spider is also wearing a little magical cloak. He pulls out a book and is just mimicking what Glennon is also doing. And so they go, what? I don't know what's in this giant hole, but there's a giant hole, and I need somebody to go and investigate it. It seems pretty magical, probably pretty powerful. So, I mean, you'll get paid pretty well. I just got the cost of it cleared from the guildmaster. So, I mean, you'll all get. We have to stop by. We have to stop by my research shop first, and I can figure out what I can get to you once you're done. But otherwise, you'll get 250 gold pieces each, plus whatever I can muster up out of my research for you. So,
Sounds quite nice.
any additional questions? Anyone have anything?
Daniel's just like doing the math in his head of how much 250 gold can get him in drinks. And then he like shakes it off and he's like, when do we start?
As soon as you're all ready, we can start. Anyone have anything they need to do, or can we just leave like right now?
Here to go.
Yeah, we can leave.
I would collect all of his books and notes and stand up and be ready to go.
Great. Well, I don't really want to make a giant mess in here, so let's let's get out of here, and we can I'll take you to where we need to go. So as they lead you outside, you see that they pull out a bunch of chalk. Let me make sure I have these components prepared properly. Yeah, they pull out some chalk. They draw a little image on the ground really quickly, and like, okay, everybody, go ahead and step into my little circle here. It's not quite well, I've never teleported anybody else with this, so we're just gonna go ahead and try and see what happens. But
He
you
says that as Daniel's about to step in and he just stops before his foot touches the ground inside the circle. Kind of looks up, like says like a little prayer to himself, and then steps in the circle.
You see that they start weaving a bunch of arcane symbols into the air. Their eyes flash over, roll back, and they start emitting a huge amount of arcane magic. And then you guys all feel yourselves kind of like you're being sucked into like a black hole, and you guys are sucked in, and then you are immediately spat out here. Bam.
Would it be possible, like, for Kara to like not, and he's not trying to like be overt about it, but like just try to like catch the runes to see if he can identify like the magic that it is. Like, I'm guessing that he thinks it's a teleportation circle, but does it feel like this is like a unique one or a custom type spell?
Go ahead and you can roll an arcane check. Arcana check. 17. This doesn't. So you know there are multiple types of teleportation spells. You also know that where you guys landed, there is not a teleportation circle on the ground beneath you. So it was more so thinking about it. It seems like they drew an arcane circle more so for more ease of having you place yourselves around them to teleport you all at one time. So As you look around, you could note that this is not, in fact, a teleportation circle spell. This is, in fact, the teleport spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you are able to be immediately teleported to the inside of their cave. You see kind of off in the background a little bit, there is what looks to be like a small little shack. Looks pretty shabby, but they say, all right, so we are in the cave just north of Medusa Smile. Oh, be careful, there was a Medusa that used to live here. So watch out for that stuff. You'll see a bunch of statues.
We'll hear that and just be like, wait,
She doesn't live here anymore. We got her out. It's fine. She left. She moved.
just just breathe safely. This says, oh, thank God.
Yeah. She moved. She didn't want to be here. She was stuck. That was a long time ago, though. Long time ago. Also, the books here can kill you, so don't read them.
Goes to try and look at the books, just pulls back. It's just like, no.
Yes. Mine won't, but other books out in the cave will. But they walk you towards what looks to be like a shimmering wall away from the shabby shack. And they say, so what I need you to do, they give you a little map of this part of Erden that shows Medusa's Smile, and then further off to the east, Ashen Vale. And you have a big old circle between the two. Right there is where you're going to find this big old hole in the ground. And you're not going to be able to miss it because it's a big old hole in the ground. You need to go there, figure out what's down there, and then come back. I don't know where you're going to be. So, I'm gonna give you something that is only a one-time use, and it is not created in such a way that it can be copied or replicated. So, wait here 1 second. And you see that they just disappear, like literally turn into a little puff of smoke, and then are gone for about a minute or two, and then just reappear right back towards you, because Glennon at this point is too lazy to actually walk anywhere. They either teleport or dimension door or fly anywhere, because why walk? You have all this magic, use it. And then they come back with a scroll, and I guess I should have asked this first, do any of you know how to use arcane magic? Or any magic?
Nope. Ara would raise his hand. I consider myself to be a bit of a learner in the magics.
Oh, well, great.
Spoonlicker will raise a shakily hand. It's just like, Rusty taught me a bit of tricks.
Oh, is it like advanced arcane magic, or are you doing? Because you don't look like a magician. I'm just gonna be honest.
It's just like, nothing much, just trying like speak with animals and stuff like that.
Ah, okay. So you're a natural magician, not a studious magician. I got it. Cool.
He looks at you. It's like, wait, I could do this by myself?
They kind of look around, surprised, like, yeah, you can. All you have to do is kind of get in tune with nature a little bit more, and you can probably learn more magic.
Son of a bitch, charged me like 50 gold a lesson.
Ha. Yeah. Glennon just kind of laughs. He's like, if you want to teach somebody something, you don't do what you're good at for free. How you think I got this cave? You think I just walked? Well, I mean, I did just kind of walk into it, but that's besides the point.
Bad example.
Bad example.
Daniel, as he finishes that, goes, I can make any drink magically disappear. If you give me one, I can show you. He says with a grin on his face.
Are you sure you want to do that?
And then he kind of, he's from like a smile, like about to answer that, he like kind of starts frowning, like, why do I not like this? Like just the way he was like, are you sure you want to do that?
I mean, if you want to, I can go and get something out of storage that I can totally give you to drink.
Suddenly,
Yeah.
It won't kill you, I
This may-
promise. It's up to you. If you're not feeling confident, I won't go get it.
as he hears that, almost being called chicken, he's like, he kind of sighs, he's like, what's one more?
All right. They disappear and they come back and they hand you a small bottle, about
Oh no.
about 12 ounces. Um, you cannot recognize this, as it is like a swirling, like purplish, brownish, blackish, like drink inside of it, and they pop the cork and they hand it to you.
What do you call this?
A mess. I don't know.
Well-
I've never tested it. I don't know what it does.
Oh. And at that, he's like not even having second thoughts because he knows if he does, he's probably gonna choke on it. He just downs it.
Roll me a d100. Seven.
That's crazy low.
Oh.
As you drink it, all of you see it start to happen. And Daniel, you feel your body start to almost engulf itself in flame as it all kind of concentrates, and you feel like your body is about to explode from the inside out. And Glynn's like, "Oh boy." And here's what happened before I tell you why the reaction was the way it was. This is what you did to yourself with a 7. And so, always having it prepared like a good wizard, Glidden counterspells your body to keep it from exploding around you. It's like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't add the black powder to it
As he
last time.
felt like that fire, he just instantly stopped, drops, and rolls. Not sure what's happening, just knowing that he feels like he's on fire.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
just starts instantly coughing out smoke.
Yep. Next time I won't add the black powder. Good to know. Good to know. Thanks for being a test subject. Pulls out a notebook and writes down and scratches out a couple things.
Looks like a spicy bread.
Reaches up his hand and just gives a thumbs up as he's just coughing out smoke towards the ground on his knees.
All right. Well, enough games. I'm busy. I know you guys got stuff you want to do. Mainly the job I'm paying you to do. So go east, follow it until you get to that place on the map, and then just go down the hole and figure out what's there. The scroll, as they hand it to Kara, you can read it, and it'll bring you back here, and then I'll send you back to the Dungeon Delvers Guild after this if you want to go back. So. All right. Well.
He nods and puts it into his bag.
Also, don't lose it. Because I don't.
He puts it a little deeper in his bag.
I don't want any random stragglers showing up on my doorstep. I already had to remodel this place once when I blew up the sewer system of Medusa's Smile, so I don't want to do that again. Anyway, yeah. So they give you the finger guns, and they just kind of say, as you're standing in front of the shimmering wall, they point for you to walk through it, and then they just disappear back into their study. So the four of you are able to leave the Medusa Cave in northern parts of Medusa Smile, and as you walk out of the cave, you do see the entire cityscape and the ocean. It's still it's only like 8:05, 8:10 at night, so the sun is a little setting. The sunset's a little later here, but it is a very nice sunset with rays shining over Medusa's Smile, gleaming off of the ocean. And as you kind of stare to the far, far east, in the direction that you were pointed to go, you can see that where there's like a smaller, like there are hills, like you can see they're rolling hills, so all of a sudden there's just a gaping gap in the hill. So you imagine this kind of the general direction of where this giant hole likely is, because you can see from miles and miles and miles from here. But yeah, you can see the general direction of where you're going to go, and you know it's a solid few hours trek from here. But you could get there by like 11 p.m. if you wanted to, or you could spend the night in Medusa Smile. It's really up to you.
Spoon Liquor is not comfortable sleeping in a place where books can kill you and where possible Medusa was.
You can sleep in the whole town, not in the cave. You were not invited to sleep in the cave. You were invited to leave the cave.
It's basically here's the job, here's the scroll, now get out.
Yeah, basically.
as they're pondering this, Daniel, kind of to himself but to the group, is like, it burnt when it went down, but it wasn't half bad. As he coughs up the last bit of smoke.
Can I roll an insight check to see if he's lying or telling the truth?
I mean, you saw him almost blow up, so with your just general passive insight, it may have tasted okay, but it it was almost really bad.
Well, I know, but I'm like
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to see if he trying to bluff it off.
Oh yeah,
or,
sure,
like,
go
does
for
he
it.
actually feel that
Roll
way?
an insight check. 18.
Pliskin's
Do
Pliskin
you
basically like, I don't know what kind of spice it mean.
are you
He
trying
is-
to bluff it off?
He is uncomfortably telling the truth.
There you go.
Like, it's not that it didn't feel uncomfortable, but it did not taste bad.
Definitely, the black powder was a little peppery, but not the good kind
Yeah,
of
it
peppery.
was a little smoky.
So, are you guys going to make for the road tonight, or are you going to stay at Medusa Smile, or are you gonna walk for a little bit and then camp out under the stars? What's your nighttime plan?
Kara would look at the rest of me. I don't know about you, but I don't exactly want to be carrying this nasty torch with me all of the time, so it might be best to just wait until morning here, where we can get a clean bed. At least what they call clean here.
Spoonlicker will not object to sleeping in a nice bed for the night. He does not want to be trekking out in the wilderness alone.
All right. So you guys can make your way down into Medusa Smile. You see that there's still the construction project going on, or the last portions of a construction project. And as you hear people kind of mentioning that the sewer system was blown up because of a bunch of rats, and that may have been a bit of an excessive use of force. But you know, it is what it is. Now the sewer system's even better than it was before. But you do make your way down into an inn whose name I can't remember, but I know that Fox, your character, is in fact the bartender / owner of that inn. So if you remember
Yes.
what it's called, you are welcome to describe it a little bit to them, and
He
then we
was
can just
actually the
sleep there.
one in charge of the Medusa Smile branch of the guild.
He does believe that,
Rachel
yes.
has-
He does believe that, yes.
Oh.
But yeah, so I know that they opened up a tavern there too with a bunch of
Yeah,
cool
I
stuff
don't
hanging
remember
around.
who was running that one.
I think that was Jiro who run like the
Oh
bar
yeah,
and
that
the
is right. Jiro
tavern.
is running that. So you run in there and you see a Kenku named Jiro, who I don't know. It was
Crescent Moon, I think.
yeah, that's right. It was his character Jiro. That's right. So you get in there. You see that there are different like newspaper postings and different like paintings and stuff posted on the walls here. You get a pretty friendly welcome, seeing as you guys are DDG adventurers. So you do get a little bit of a discount. And Jiro, you see him talking to his employees in a much nicer fashion than what Rusty talks to you, Spoonlicker. And they're seeming to get breaks every hour for 5 to 10 minutes. They seem to get food whenever they want, drink whenever they want, and then as you kind of tour this in a little bit, you see that they have very nice living quarters compared to your effective broom closet with a cot. It looks like this is the tavern to work in compared to Rusty's, as far as like employees are concerned.
Spoonlicker is just looking around. It's just like, hey, can I get a map just in case I want to run away and go to this place? How much do you charge? Are you willing to take it at one? I'll even do it for free. Come on, man. I don't want to go back.
And he kind of looks and he goes, "Oh, I can talk to Rusty about a transfer.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to
If
talk
you're
to
not
us
happy
about
with
it.
your current state of employment, let me go to bat for you."
Just like, no, I'm fine.
All right. Well, I won't send him the letter. And he like snaps his finger, like, come back. As you already had a guy, like a raven, starting to fly with a message towards Virton City.
Can I try and shoot at
Yeah, he snapped his fingers to have the raven come back.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, well, then I will hold on to these transfer request forms for a little bit longer. But yes, you can have whatever rooms you'd like, and they give you some keys to some rooms. They're not full tonight as far as like people staying, so you guys are all able to get the room, and you get it on the house since you are adventurers in the guild. But any more than one night, they will charge you. Granted, it will be at a severe discount, but they still have to make money. They will go off to the room and cry in his sleep. Yeah, so you guys all get your rooms for the night, get long rests, kind of recover, do whatever you need to do. Wake up in the morning. You can prepare any spells you may need to prepare for, well, the one of you. And you get given breakfast on the house. And it's not super busy this morning. You do kind of, as you look out the door, you see that a lot of these folks have already come in and eaten at like 4 in the morning, and they went out and they were on the ocean as soon as daybreak hit. Since they are a oceanfront city, they seem to be more of like that sailing and that fishing type, where they want to have as much time in the sun on the water as they can, so they get up extra early, and they are also back in the docks before the sun is setting. So
Along with that, Daniel also got up around that time and just kind of sat there with a drink, just watching the ocean, kind of slumped.
yeah, it's very peaceful, very quiet. You hear every now and again between the sloshing of light waves on the shore, you hear the early morning birds kind of calling, just kind of off in the distance a little bit. If your window's open and you're listening, you feel the ocean breeze come in. You smell the salty water filling your nostrils, and the kind of smokiness that you had from inside of your nose, singeing your own nose hairs, which smelled really bad for a while, is finally starting to wear its way off of you.
Before he sadly took a drink, before he looked away, he looked down at it, kind of scoffed at it, knowing it's what caused him to not be a sailor anymore, and sets it down and goes about getting ready.
Okay. You spend the time getting ready, and then you guys have your breakfast, do whatever else you need to do first thing in the morning. And then you are able to head out eastwardly from Medusa's Smile towards Ashenvale in the general direction of where this giant hole seems to be. Is there a specific order that you guys are walking, or are you just kind of walking as a small group?
Wherever people walk, Moonlicker will be in the middle, so he has like meat shields all over.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that the wizard was a meat shield?
I mean, yeah, he dies. He's still a meat shield.
It's still a shield of meat.
He's still a shield.
Karma would be more towards the back.
Yeah.
To silence the muffled sobs. Jesus. It's gonna be great if Spoonlicker's in the same game as Julian, who has a great relationship with Rusty, because their dads knew each other. Oh, that's gonna be great. Anyway, so you guys make your way, and after about 3 to 4 hours of walking and just generally enjoying the natural world around you, you guys do find yourselves approaching this giant hole in the earth. And as you kind of approach, and you start to walk down a little bit, you start to feel heat rising. The closer you get and the further down in to this downward spiraling giant gaping hole in the earth, you eventually find yourself looking down onto this.
Oh no.
Neat.
Yeah, so you guys basically come in from over here where these pipes are, but there aren't actually pipes there. That's just part of the map. But you guys do come in here. You see that there are ladders and stairwells and general like stone natural ramps that lead further and further down. And everybody, go ahead and make me perception checks, please. Clings to the walls. It's funny. Yeah, that's fair. Spoonlicker and Daniel, as you guys are, well, one Spoonlicker as you're like darting to the wall, you and Daniel both kind of see a strange looking combination of sigils down towards the bottom of this pit. And a little further down past the pit, probably 20, 30 feet further like down and deeper, you see what just looks to be like a hole of liquid magma and fire just burning. And Daniel, as you look a little bit closer, it looks like there might be something past it, maybe a structure of some sort, but you can't quite see that deep into the magma. So just imagine that where this is an additional like 30 feet down from like the base of this. So this whole fiery pit is like 30 feet further down from where this is. So
Do they know if this is like just a suddenly appearing pit?
it does not. It seems to be new, as it was not here before per Glennon.
Got it.
Yeah, it is not something they have time to investigate, but it is not something that has been there.
You know, for something that's just seemed to appear recently, I wasn't expecting to see a structure. He says, pointing down about 30 feet to where he saw it.
As you spit over the side, you just see it. So it just kind of evaporates as it gets further down.
Neat.
Is there like a ladder? Oh, sorry. What is there like a ladder over here?
Yeah, there are ways down.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so there's
Carl
like a
would like
ladder
to-
there, and then a little bridge over here, and then it kind of spirals around to this little stone staircase right there.
So Kara would like to come down here and then sing the fire. He's going to cast Ray of Frost on the magma to see if he could like cool it down and like solidify it.
You cast Ray of Frost on the magma, and nothing happens at all.
He pulls out his book and he starts like writing down furiously,
Cold doesn't work on magma.
documenting these interactions. He's not really from this plane, so
I mean,
he's
it's
like
true.
trying to understand, interactions between magic and nature.
There you
Try water.
go.
Just as Dennis is, he kind of like, not really usually being like the helping type, he just kind of like stutters over his own words. He's like, don't touch it. And he kind of just leaves it there.
He writes down, if anyone notices, he writes down create water ?
I mean, that is fair. That is a good spell. All right. What do you guys want to do?
I feel like
as he goes
Daniel-
closer, would he see the sigil?
Yeah, you guys could see the sigil from the up there where you all were before you came down the ladder. So it's not small. It's as big as it shows on there. So it's a solid almost 15 feet all around. And if you want to roll a Arcana check, you can do that from up here. You don't know exactly what it means. It's quite unusual, but it is magical. You can get that much, Kara.
It's magic.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably get closer.
And the kid is just like, yeah, you're right. You should, as he points to the three of you, get closer.
You know, he says kind of like, oh, we are not going to have one of these guys. He kind of goes over and just like pats him on the back as he like kind of grabs him on his other shoulder and starts walking with him. He's like, I feel like we're going to be friends.
It's pretty awkward, just
Seeing
kinda-
him do that, I cast Mage Armor myself,
Okay.
just as a solid heads up there.
All right. That takes your AC to what? From what?
11 to 14.
Hey man, you only have a +1 dex. Jesus.
Yeah, I do.
Well, unfortunate.
We're in danger.
You want to? I'd say you want to fight about it, but I really don't.
That's fair. I'll just delete your character. Deleted.
Oh, what if I'm playing, guys?
Deleted with an in-game murderer. All right. yeah, what are you guys doing now?
I guess Spoon Liquor being grabbed up like this would regrettably go down.
Okay. So you guys start to make your way down, and every now and again you see like a lava bubble. It starts to kind of fill up from the magma itself, and just every now and again, just lava bubbles explode. Also, what does this one look like? Because I should have used this earlier on Daniel. Smoky. Anyway,
Alright, Car would just make his way and
Excuse me.
sprint ahead. Bye.
deuces.
Now that you're
Now
closer, Kara, you can roll a Arcana or Investigation with advantage, whichever you prefer.
They're both the same, but let's go for investigation. Nat 20.
Combining, now that you're closer and you can take a deeper look at this, combining your magical knowledge with your extraplanar knowledge with the way this is set up, this seems to be some sort of teleportation rune of sorts. And as you kind of look at your scroll that Glennon handed you, it looks similar in its base foundational structures, but this one, once you get past the base foundations of it, looks very, very unique in that it's going somewhere. You just don't know where.
Can I take the time to copy down the non the non-base runes for
Sure.
for future study?
Yeah, you can do that. You can
Okay.
copy them down as part of like the structure. I'd say you just basically get the whole image, so that you can see where like the foundation meets with the unique properties of it, so you can kind of see how it's built, because each teleportation rune, while it does have base elements, each one is drawn uniquely to others if they're going to different places. So you can just copy the whole rune down and you have the whole base rune.
Okay.
As Daniel gets down there, he kind of look to see if there's anything else besides lava and this glowing thing on the floor.
As you look through, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage since you are looking focusedly. So
Oh.
you can roll it one more time
that it-
for advantage. Yeah. 15? Cool. So as you kind of look, it's not so much that you see anything, because it's very, very bright and it's very hot, and your face almost like has to sit back when you're trying to focus. It's drying your eyes out too much from the brightness and the heat. But you hear what sounds like just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of voices coming from down in the lava or past it, maybe. You're not quite sure, but in this pit region, it sounds like there are many, 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 many voices.
Guys, it is a very, very good possibility I'm just drunk. However, does anybody else hear those voices?
Does
Is
anybody
it
have passive
perception?
perceptions over 14? Or you can roll
I
it.
have. Oh shit! I got 17.
I'm gonna just roll a perception
Yeah,
because.
Yeah, go for it. There
Oh
you go.
hey, I apparently hear it.
There you go.
I
And
hear everything.
so, Kara, you are focused more on copying your runes, so you don't necessarily notice it as much. But with everyone else's passive or rolled perception, you also can hear the voices. Kara, you are just focused on what you're doing as to not mess up the intricacies of this design.
This is very complicated. Mess it up.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, you guys all hear what just sounds. Actually, 1 second. I might actually. Oh, I don't have it on this one. Actually, I do. Hold on. Where is it? You should, in just 1 second, start to hear
Voice of Satan himself.
the sounds of Satan themselves. Wait for it.
Mother?
Mother. Now, as you guys are, where is it? It's somewhere. It's coming, I promise. But you guys are listening and focusing and watching Kara draw this down. That's what you hear. The spooky voices coming from deep, deep in this lava pit.
Liquor, hearing the voices, will shakenly pull out his bow and arrow and start looking around, holding an attack.
Yeah,
What
you.
are you doing?
I hear voices.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not the drunk one?
It's just like, no, trust me, I don't drink what Rusty gives me.
It's just oil. Um,
That's what I do.
but yeah, you guys, you hear the voices, and they kind of permeate from being louder to being quieter. Just kind of depends on how much you're focusing on them. But you start to feel that magical rune in front of you. The pull gets a little stronger, Kara.
As
It's almost magnetic.
interesting.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm a graviturgy
Uh-huh.
wizard. Does this feel similar to
It feels,
anything I might know?
as far as spells specifically, no, but the pull of the magic itself feels like gravity to you. So it's not like it's not a gravity spell, but the yearning to want to press further into this rune feels like what it feels like when your gravity magic pulls something to you or you get pulled by it.
Okay. It feels like we should go into the room.
Liquor will just look at you as just like, are you sure you're not the drunk one?
Okay. Daniel says, and he seems to almost like get drunker and drunker, and then just have a moment where he's just like perfectly like clear-headed. It almost seems, and then be right back to it as he goes, and he just kind of starts walking really close to it, like about to step into it, basically.
All right. As you start to walk closer, and you almost step into it, as you kind of put your hand towards it, it almost seems like, you know when you stretch out a piece of taffy really, really long, and it gets real thin?
Yeah.
It almost, that's what it feels like your arm is starting to do as you get closer to this rune. It doesn't hurt, it just feels like you're being pulled towards it.
Pliskin just goes, "Little man is quite entertaining, isn't he?" And just gives like a hearty slap on Kara's back.
Before he goes in, though,
Can
he's
I
gonna
roll
stop.
something real quick, DM?
What are you trying to roll? To see if you get knocked into it?
Yep, I was going to roll probably like a dex save to just see if
Do you want me to roll in
I-
athletics? Just
Um,
can measure.
I would say that you roll a strength save, Kara, because they're much bigger than you and they're just like backslapping you.
oh, perfect, even better.
They hit you, and you tumble forward.
Whoops.
Yep. So you see that Kara disappears.
He's gonna Daniel's gonna stop and like wait and look, kind of waiting for Pliskin to follow after accidentally hitting his friend in, or his ally in.
What do you think you win?
I don't know. Maybe you should step through to find out. Daniel is clearly just waiting because he knows that a certain someone is gonna try to stay behind.
He is, yeah. He's just kind
Then
of
that
waiting
win,
on you.
and it just points at Spoonlicker.
Spoonlicker just kind of looks at the two of you, looking at him, is just like, maybe, you know, we don't know what's going to pop out from inside there. Should we really? I mean,
I would
mean, you
like
might
to
get
just
more-
quickly point out here that the teleportation circle to get home is currently through the rune.
Daniel's gonna try to like scare him into running for the teleportation thing and be like, "Did you see that? I think the lava's rising."
so intimidation versus insight.
Do it. Do it.
I feel like he'd be
Alright.
more trying to decept him.
You can do that.
Okay, either one.
Yeah. What's a one?
Oh.
Got like an
You,
eight.
it is not rising, but it is. You're catching on to what they're trying to do. Is you feel like they're giving you options to do this on your own, or you know, you might not have that option anymore.
Spoonlicker looking at them is like two of him and there's like two of them and one of him just kind of goes, it's just like,
Not-
he goes in.
All right.
Not to mention one has a giant anchor.
Yes,
True.
exactly.
And is literally 8 feet tall.
And you see Spoonlicker just disappears.
And at that point, Daniel kind of goes and mumbles to himself as he watches the others go through. He kind of looks up and he's like, I need a drink. And he steps through.
All right. As the four of you step through, you feel that same dragging and spinning sensation, and you all arrive on a giant metallic plate chained to rock with a lava
Whee!
bridge in front of you, surrounded by what look to be fire snakes. I need you to roll initiative.
Julio.
Pliskin going through. Wee! Ah, shit.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Bam. Okay, I need this boy. Right there. I need this boy.
Gosh dang it.
Right there. And I need this boy. Right there. Cool. I'm gonna say nobody gets surprise rounds just because they didn't expect you, but at the same time you didn't expect to be all of a sudden in a combat situation. So, you know. But we're gonna go with let's go with this music for fighting. Cool. Alright, so it is the first fire snake's turn. Seeing everything that is appearing, he's just gonna go and try and get the two people that are closest to it. So it's just gonna run right here. It is gonna go ahead and try and take a bite on Kara and a tail smackaroonie at Pliskin. So a bite and a tail. So the bite
Damn.
hits and the tail hits for 7 and then 9, then 16. And that's its turn.
Ouch.
Kara, it is your turn.
I am going to, let me see what this is. Is that a 10-foot radius? It is a 10-foot radius. I cast right here, which I think if I were to cast it here, it catches both.
Here, I'll just make a double and we'll see.
Oh, okay, I was like, please no, not another one.
No, I'm just gonna do a duplicate so you can
Yep.
see. That what you're looking for?
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
are you looking just to get those two? Like that?
Well, no. One from ski in the radius as well.
Okay.
So I cast Wither and Bloom.
Oh, snap, okay.
So I need them both to make a DC 13 con save, which are probably great at con saves.
Actually, no.
Okay,
18 and a 1. So this guy up here was the 18.
Okay, so he takes 4, that one takes 8, and Plisky, you get to roll one of your hit dice, and you get that plus 3 of healing back.
There you go. So 7 hit points. Nice. So if you use one of your 3 hit dice, but hey, you got to use it in the middle of combat, which is not common. So there you go. Anything else on your turn?
Let me. Nope, I think that'll be it.
Okay. Spoonlicker Jr. You just pop down
Alright.
onto this giant metal plate chained to walls with some fire snaky boys around you.
Alright, so Spoonlicker Jr. is very much paranoid right now, and when he is paranoid, you see him just reach into his bag and pull out what looks like to be a very large chicken egg. And from it, he is going to use... Nope, wrong thing.
Not
This
that.
one.
Ooh.
Oh,
You see from the
snap.
chicken egg what looks like to be a very small looking chicken basically just pull out. But if you look at it closely, you realize that it's reptilian in certain places. I actually have the stat block for it, so it would be like right here.
Oh,
That is
And
is it
awesome.
Oh, is it one of your
and yeah,
chicken? Little
yeah.
chicken boy.
Could you put the name tag on it for me, please?
What's its HP and AC?
The AC is 16, the AC is 16, HP is 20, which is
Okay.
more than mine.
That
I was
is
gonna say
pretty
it's a better setted thing than me.
pretty funny. Okay, I'll put it there, and then I'll just put it so that we can see both, just so I don't forget what it is. We have it.
Yes.
And you should have control, but Jesus.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
summon
God.
General Zhao.
Oh, that's amazing.
Alright, as a bonus action, since that was an action,
I'm so glad I
think-
gave you spoon liquor. Oh my gosh.
Alright, okay, and as bonus action, I can use it to attack.
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. There we go. Oh, it's just a bite. Okay, so let me see. Use 3. And General Zhao is going to bite this thing.
Yeah, that
24
hits.
hit. Awesome. You will take 4 piercing damage as it just pecks you.
As it pecks down on the fire snake, and
Oh,
you see that it kind of pecks away at some of its scales. General Zhao gets blasted back in the face with this much fire damage. 2.
No.
Just got a little bit of chicken fried face right there. Anything
Yep.
else on your turn?
No, that would be it.
All right. So this snake over here. Yeah, he is going to. What is their intelligence? Are they dumb? They have a 7. They're not super dumb. It's gonna try and run in, take a bite at the big guy, and then run towards the chicken. 5, 10, 15. So a bite, and then it's just gonna keep running. So 15 against you, Mr. Pliskin.
Will hit.
For 7 total damage, and it's gonna keep
Alright, and
running.
attack
So
of opportunity.
yep, 20, 25, 30. So it doesn't get out of out of the two of you's range yet, but with a 22, yeah, you hit it.
But do I get an attack of up? Oh no, never
No,
mind.
it's still there. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
it ran out of movement, but it's getting there. All right.
Right.
So this fire snake is going to try and grapple General Sao so he can eat him.
Oh.
So I'm going
Oh.
to do a strength check or an athletics versus General Sal's athletics or acrobatics. So that is a natural 1. So just don't roll a natural 1.
Surprisingly, it has +3 in strength, which is funny.
Yeah, so it can do, yeah. So
11.
it goes to kind of wrap around General Sal, but it kind of beats its wings just enough, like a chicken, to hop up off the ground, and it misses. It lands back down, and the snake just hisses, and you see some sparks kind of fly off of its forked, fiery tongue. Pliskin.
All right. I'm going to rage.
Mm-hmm. And then you get 10 feet around you, right? Because you're the sea.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Which means this fire snake
Yep.
has to make a
What
dex save.
color do you want it to be?
Blue.
Blue. All right, we'll do this light blue. Cool. So this
Perfect.
this one right beside you.
Yep.
And it's lightning damage, so cool. It has an 11, so it will just take the 5 lightning because rage is not added onto that. So
Yeah, the rage is gonna be more for when
Yeah.
I actually attack with
I have a Storm Herald, so I know all about it. A 13 unfortunately does not hit. It just misses. So. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Daniel. Oh,
Let's
you didn't hit it, so you don't have to take the damage, so you're good.
Okay, Daniel finally realizing, because he just kind of been focused on himself for a moment, looking for a little drink after everything that's been going down, goes, shit. And then he just sees the guy run past him, and he's going to go and pull out his short sword and try to slice him as he runs by.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. Give me a attack roll against Mr. Fire Snake. 16 for short hits. 7 slashing damage. Yes, as you.
And then he's going to take a... Oh, continue.
Yes, since you hit him with a melee attack, you take 2 fire damage. Just as it kind of like you hit him and the fiery scales kind of erupt in your face a little
Yeah.
bit for 2
And
damage.
he feels that, and he gets kind of upset at that. Like, really? And he's gonna go ahead and do a bonus action to do an unarmed strike at him.
Excellent. 24 hits. And you do exactly the amount of HP he had left, but as you punch him, the heat kind of overtakes your hand a little bit, and you just singe your knuckles for an additional 1 damage. So,
Noted.
it is... That one's gone. Cool. Any movement or anything you want to use on your turn?
Yeah, he's gonna move right here.
Cool. To be flanking with General Sal. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. I will also give General Sal flanking, and he can provide flanking because that's great.
Oh, cool.
I mean, technically, I
think they
with
do
the
anyway.
Drakeborn,
Yeah.
Drakeborn,
Yeah.
he can.
Gotcha.
Anyway, it's an
Yeah.
ally.
Cool. This fire snake, seeing that you just hit it with a lightning bolt, is gonna try and get you back, Mr. Pliskin. So its first attack is a bite for 9, which I assume misses. And then it's gonna try and hit you with a tail, Pliskin, for 22. For 4 reduced to 2.
As he goes to make that hit, you hear Kara say, I thought your tail would be stronger than that, as I cast Silvery Barbs as a reaction.
Cool. So it must reroll a d20 and use the lower roll, and then you can choose a different
Yep.
creature, and that has advantage on the next anything it makes.
Yep.
Within 60 feet. So here's the new. I'm just gonna click this d20 and see what it gets. A 16 plus 3, so it's a 19.
Still hit.
Yes.
Oh.
So you take a total of 8 damage, 6 of it being fire, 2 of it being bludgeoning. So, but you do have advantage if whoever you're giving it to.
I give it to Bliskin.
Cool. So you
How
have
much
it
damage was it?
8
Yeah.
total.
10. Oof.
No, 8 total, because the bludgeoning is
Oh, 8.
reduced by half. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
the fire, unfortunately, is not, but you know. Yeah. So you also have advantage on your next attack or ability check or saving throw that you make within a minute. So, all right, Kara, it is your turn.
You see Kara flipping through his spell book, and it's almost like he's tracing something on the the paper. There's nothing there. But as he finishes the tracing, he just pulls his hand up, almost like Doctor Strange when he's casting a spell, and you see a beautiful snowflake as he tries to hit him with a ray of frost.
Which one? The one right in front of you?
Yeah, the one right in front of me.
So since that's a ranged attack, that'd be at disadvantage. But if you want
Right.
to turn and shoot the other guy, you can shoot the other guy. Well, I mean, it's gonna hit
Nope,
him either way.
nope. I want the
Okay.
one right in front of me.
All right. Well, the 16 hits.
Okay. So it takes 8 cold.
Describe to me how you killed this thing, because it had 7 HP left.
Perfect. So as I pull up the snowflake and then throw it towards it, the snowflake goes from this beautiful shape into basically it just explodes into a myriad of small hailstones as it just pelts through its face and eyes.
Excellent. And the fire snake, the fire seems to just fade into the ground, and just kind of collapses, no longer burning. And since you did not use a melee attack, you don't have to take fire damage.
Well, its speed is also reduced by 10.
True, it's also dead. If you're trying to move anywhere, you have your movement to go, or your
Nope.
bonus action. Okay.
I am doing nothing.
Spoon liquor.
Alright, so I'm not sure if it's resistance or not, but as a bonus action, I'm going to go and cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And as an action, I am going to fire my bow. So Hunter's Mark
Bing,
and longbow.
bing, bing, bing. What is the plus? Oh, from archery. Got it. Yeah.
Archery.
The
For archery. And
that
so
hits.
does that hit?
Yeah, 19 hits.
And I don't know if this might hit, if this might work or not because it's literally fire, but Confuse strikes when another creature within 30 feet of the Drake weapon attack. The target takes an extra 1d6 damage determined by the Draconic Essence, and it's fire, which is why,
It
and I want to
is-
be fair.
So
and
it's
like that.
it's immune to fire damage.
All right, whatever. It's fine. I just wanted to see
It's
if it
made of
would.
fire. I don't even know where
I
you.
was hoping
I
it
don't know
was
where you
this
found
thing.
that GIF, but it's perfect. Like, oh,
Yes.
oh. All right, give me that damage.
All right, let me see. So.
And you can either take the 3 from
and-
that hunter's mark, or you can re-roll it. It's up to you. You can
Yeah,
risk it for the biscuit, or you can roll it again.
That's perfect, pun. But yeah. Give me a second. Let me try. Risk it for the biscuit.
Gotta hit it well. 13
hunter's
secret
mark.
spices and herbs.
Hey, so
Oh.
10.
So 10. There you go. Okay, it's not looking great. It's looking pretty bad.
All right.
Any
Alright,
movement or anything on your turn?
I guess being the coward that he is, but
Yeah.
it's right there, and that would be the end of his turn.
Okay, excellent. This fire snake is looking really bad, so it's gonna go ahead and try and, after just getting blasted by General Zhao, it's gonna try and take out General Zhao.
Since I use my bonus action, I think General Zhao just gets the dodge action automatically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's gonna take all the stacks at disadvantage against General Zhao. So here's your bite.
Yeah.
And here's your tail.
6. Also misses.
6 and
Both of
5.
those
He's
miss.
trying to bite and snap, but the fire blasted him in the face, and it's not that it did anything, but it's just kind of like making it harder to hit him because he now all of a sudden is trying to avoid this just like heat and this just air in his face. Pliskin, it's your turn.
All right.
I'm assuming you're gonna move in and it needs a deck save.
Yep.
All right, deck save of 9. It fails, so it takes 4 lightning damage. This thing is looking really, really bad.
And
You have advantage from silvery barbs, so.
yep. So, roar. Oh, come on.
Unfortunately, that will just miss. So,
He's not having a good time.
it's alright. Daniel.
Daniel finally finds that little drink that he had been storing drinks to bet he has of it. He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna go to swing of his sword at this thing.
Cool. You have advantage because you are flanking.
Cool, cool.
You're gonna hit.
Oh, cool.
With a 20. 23.
9 slash.
You slash down and tear this thing apart, and with its last kind of split second worth of life force that is in it, you feel your sword heat up a little bit, and you take that much fire damage in retribution from its dead body. 2. But that is the dead fire snake. So you guys have killed the little snaky boys that were there upon arrival.
Boomlicker will call General Zhao towards him.
And you guys see now, after taking a minute to take a beat and figure and kind of look all around you, you see that there is this like translucent bridge to the southern part of this landing that you fell upon. You're not quite sure if it's made of fire or what, but it is there. So
He's
think I'm gonna think of one person.
Daniel just kind of walks over and goes, "Huh," and just kind of keeps saying, "Huh," because he does not want to walk over it first.
I mean,
For once, he's almost cowardly as even though he's drunk.
you can see through it as it kind of like sparkles a little bit. You can see down through it to the fiery depths below, but you do
Can
hear
I
voices.
cast an Arcana check on it just to see?
Yeah, go for it. 19. I'm looking at it, and you're kind of like poking at it with any like staffs or anything you might have. It feels like a solid bridge. It's just translucent. It feels like it's made of glass, like really tempered glass. Just the angle that you look at it, sometimes you'll see it. Your big 8'3" form steps on it, and for a second you're expecting to hear the of glass cracking, but it feels like the temperedness of the glass is holding true, and you feel like you can probably hold your weight. So,
This day gets weirder and weirder. Daniel says as he starts walking down the bridge.
as you walk this way, you hear the voices a little bit louder than before. just kind of from off in the distance in the way that you're going. As it does seem to be like a path leading into a tunnel from the direction you are
Ooh.
walking.
Wait a second.
Kara
Where's
would
Spoon?
stop and turn and yell behind. "Hmm? Are you coming with the little chicken?"
It's just like he's coming. He's just kind of regrouping and catching himself.
Hey, don't call Spoon Liquor a chicken. It's not nice.
I didn't call him a chicken. I said he had a little chicken.
It
You
was
should
a
get your ears
joke.
checked.
It was a joke.
Jokes are supposed to be funny.
You know, a drink would really lighten you up.
Are you calling me fat?
You like see his frame and it is like very thin. He just has these like unnaturally long bony fingers. He just sort of wraps around. You don't need to lighten. That's what gravity is for.
As you guys make your way in that direction, you're walking through a not quite too dark tunnel, as there seems to be light kind of permeating through. But as you walk further and further, you hear like cheering and voices, and as you kind of make your way, you see the light at the end of the tunnel is very bright, almost blindingly so that you have to cover your eyes. And as you emerge from it, you find yourself here.
Oh no.
I know this
Oh.
map.
And standing up across the way that you can see, there is a very large snake-looking creature who kind of waves his hands, and the crowd that is around you go just screaming and jeering. He waves his hands up to silence them all, and he goes, "Welcome to the game, my dear contestants." And behind you, you hear as the stone door to the tunnel closes. You see that there is a body being dragged off down here,
Like a ghost. Like a
and
ghost to try or
yeah,
something.
you see a body is being dragged away down here in this tunnel door. You see a metallic gate closes down, and you look up here, and this gate is already closed. And he says, I welcome the new contestants to my, well, contest of champions, shall we say. I hope you're ready to, well, join the competition for the survival in the pit of doom. Is there any-
Question. Does this pit of doom have any drinks? He says, just kind of annoyed at the whole situation, just trying to make light humor, so he's like stays calm.
As you say that, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw at advantage, because you're a monk. Yeah, 19 for sure. You feel it, and it's like almost like your ki kind of reaches out for a split second, and the fact that you drink so much, that's where your ki comes from. You feel this bottle coming at you, like someone just whipped a drink towards your head, and you without
Doesn't even look.
right, doesn't even look, sticks your hands up, catches it, and as you like turn it and look at it, it is a bottle of some very fiery ale. So
Is it like straight fire? Or
no, it's just very hot. Like it
Got it.
it has like a very spicy aftertaste to it. It's like someone brewed beer with like fiery spices and peppers.
kind of holds
So
the
it's a
bottle
fireball.
and then like wipes his face.
Yeah, kind of like Fireball. There you go. Any questions? I assume you came here to, well, challenge me for the title of pit champion.
Not really.
No, we don't even know what's going on.
Kara would point a long bony finger at him and say, "When we win, can we close this place down because you're making quite a ruckus up top?"
When you win, yes. If you happen to win, then sure. I have no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But first, you'll have to make it through the second round. I see you've already survived the first, which was the entry battle with my, well, fiery serpent friends. If you survive a second round with a larger, more, well, shall we say, precious creature to me, I will challenge you myself, and if you are able to beat me in a duel, then you will become the, well, the lords of this realm, and you can do with it as you please. But I don't anticipate you getting to me, so I will not interfere. until it is.
What exactly
my
do you call this realm? He says after donning a bit more of the drink.
The Pit of Doom. I call it the Pit of Doom.
Cute.
Doesn't make
And as you can see, if you are knocked off the walls, you can in fact fall into the fiery hell below. So do be careful. And
no.
as he says that, you see just explosions of like the lava bubbles popping up around you.
Kara would look up, and does it look like what do I see if I look straight up?
You look straight up, and it looks like the picture of the pit that your teleportation rune was in front of. It looks like that, but from the opposite side. And it's
Okay.
really, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet above you.
Okay.
So
Well,
Oh, he expects us to
send
fight.
whatever thing you want, you love, to its death, and so we can get on with you.
oh, great. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready.
One
Daniel,
second.
Daniel's
Let's
gonna
literally says 1 second and watch the 30-second motion.
All right, cool. Yeah, you guys can drink any potions you want to drink right now. And as you start to pound that potion, you see that another lava bubble explodes right here, and inside of that lava bubble, you see what looks strange for a second, but you see a giant fiery snail appear in front of you.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
all right, I need you all to roll initiative against the flail snail.
Knew it! I knew it!
I've heard these things are scary.
Oh, I didn't put the initiative button up. Oopsies. I'll just add the turn for
It
all
was
you
all
guys.
blocked here.
Oh, there it is. Cool. I don't know. I can delete this other one. Doesn't need to be there. Cool. So we got Flail, Snail, Kara, Fliskin, and Daniel. Daniel didn't show up in there, so I will click in that turn. Oh, that's Cassidy. Whoops.
Oh.
There he is. And you rolled an 8. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Kara, you see this giant flail snail in front of you, and on its head, you see there are 5 different tentacles which seem to have barbed, like flails, on its head. So,
How it's a large creature?
it is a large creature, yes. It is a large snail, and you see that the slime that's coming off it seems to also be fiery.
Well, it does look like quite the fun thing, but I think I should move a little slower, as I basically just like reach my hand down and like it almost looks like I'm trying to like press it down in there as I adjust its density.
Oh, all right.
So I double it. Its speed is reduced by 10. It has
Okay.
advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, but basically just want to slow it down.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to probably stupidly go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just to get myself away from it.
So, as you move past it,
Oh, wait, sorry.
it has reach.
Oh, it has reach. Okay.
It's gonna hit you with a flail tentacle.
Oh wait, I already cast. Oh no, that wasn't a spell. I cast shield.
And you would have been able to cast shield anyway, as long as you had the slot.
Yeah, I do.
So cool. Yeah, you feel as you make this thing super heavy. You see that it goes to swing one of its 5 tentacles at you, and just bounces off of your magical shield that you throw up. And your AC is what it is until your turn. So
Cool. It is now 19.
okay. Pliskin, you see this giant fire snail in front of you.
Nope. 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 Nope.
All right.
17.
Yes. Are you going into a rage, or are you just attacking it from?
Not yet. Throwing a javelin and just nope. And
It's gonna take it uses reaction, so it can't do that. But you throw the javelin with a 17, and that does hit for 5 piercing damage. Okay.
it's just nope. 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 Nope.
Like
nope, nope, nope.
nah. We're good. We are good here. Okay. Spoon liquor.
Alright, so Spoon Liquor is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he is going to go and attack with.
Do you want to move your hunter's mark to it?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
That would be a bonus
Yeah, it's your
action, so
bonus action to move it. Yep.
Alright, so Longbow.
That does hit.
21.
Yes.
And alright, and Hunter's Mark with it.
So 2 for the hunter's mark, and then 7.
7
So
pierce.
9. Okay.
Alright, gonna have General Zhao move with me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because he has 40 movement, and that will be the end of our turns.
Okay. You see that one of the tentacles, as you hit it with this arrow, starts to shrivel a little bit, but it like reconstitutes itself and goes back to its full tentacle length. Daniel.
Daniel is gonna. For a second, I didn't catch his name. That threw me off. Whoa. Daniel is going to go ahead and he's gonna be like, "How hard? You guys can't be afraid of a snail." He says, kind of drunken, like he always is, Would he? Also, I have a question. Would he be able to move around the snail from where it's at?
No, because it effectively fills. You going this way, it effectively fills the whole thing. You could try and squeeze past it, but there is the real chance that you could fall in the lava.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
gonna.
The
Basically,
chance is
he's gonna
real.
he's gonna go right here
Mhm.
for 5 feet movement. He's
Okay.
going to attack it with his short sword.
Okay. That will miss, unfortunately. You go to smack down on it, but its shield, you just can't quite penetrate, and just bing, pops off.
And then, as a bonus action, he is going to unarmed strike it.
Okay. That will also miss. You go to punch in the same spot, and it's just it's like punching a concrete wall. Like, this shell is tough.
I
You ever
see.
seen Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yes.
Yeah.
When he punches Ryu, just shakes his hand. I just imagine something like that.
Mhm.
And then, just a second. Oh, I'm also going to go ahead and 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 33, 45. I have 50 movement, so.
Yeah, you got all the movements. All right.
And I also have mobile, so I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't have a
Cards.
reaction right now
Okay,
anyway,
okay.
so you'd be good.
Cool.
But yeah. All right. Is that your turn?
That is the end of my turn for now.
Okay. So the snail can't move because its movement speed is 0 right now.
What? No.
It's a snail, guys. Its movement speed is
This is-
10.
This is awesome.
So it can't move, but it does have an ability. You see that the shell from where you've been hitting it, and all the light of the lava around it kind of like starts to like sparkle and make the shell look very scintillating. And within a 30-foot range, so this
Uh-oh.
range right here, so
Oh
everybody,
no.
I need see if this shows up like it's supposed to. It's not, but I need all of you to go ahead and make for me a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15. This is what it is.
Is it a charm or a frightened
If-
condition?
It is
Oh, stunned.
Yes, or you will be stunned.
Ooh.
So,
Oh wait, I have to make for General
Yep.
Zhao too.
I'm a little stunned.
so everybody, yeah, General Zhao made it. So Spoon Liquor and Zhao, your fear keeps you locked into place. But the other three of you, just you're kind of looking at this shell, and like it's dazzling colored, like lights bouncing off it. Look very, very pretty. And you just are all kind of locked in a stun for the next until the end of the snail's next turn. And so I'm gonna leave the thing up because it emits bright light in that, and if you see it, which you can, you'll have disadvantage on the attack rolls. But it can't do anything else on its turn because it can't move anywhere. Kari, you're just kind of locked there in place, just staring at these lights. Pliskin, you did not rage, so you do not lose your rage, but you are stunned, so you can't do anything. So it's probably a good choice you didn't rage. Spoonlicker, you see your compadres just kind of standing there, staring at this giant snail in this bright, bright area of light. Yeah.
All right. So once I stay inside this light, I would have to keep rolling wisdom.
No,
saves,
it's just
right?
it was just the one. Just at the time of
Okay,
doing it,
good,
you just
good,
have inside the light. You have any creature in the bright light has disadvantage on attack rolls against it. So that's
Okay,
it.
so let me see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why not? I will make an attack. Oh, that's general
Okay.
style. Right, I'll make a longbow attack.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
That will miss with a with an 11.
And as a bonus action, nah, he'll probably take a reaction. I'm just gonna keep moving General Zhao across.
Okay.
Let me see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I don't trust that, and that would be the end of my turn.
Okay. So your turn is over. Daniel, you're feeling stunned. You're just kind of staring at it. So it's the flail snail's turn, and the effect is over. So, you guys will now no longer be stunned when it comes around, and it's going to.
I hate to admit this, but when I got stunned, I lose concentration on its density, so it goes back to normal.
Oh, well, there you go. It's going to take 10 feet of movement and go plop and plop. And then it's going to go ahead and withdraw into its shell and just sit there. So its AC, you would assume, increases. I won't tell you by how much, but it does. So,
I play a turtle. I have a feeling I know what it is.
what do you think it is? I'll tell you if you're right.
+4, +5.
You are correct. +4. So it moved 10 feet and just went and just like pop right into its big old shell. Kara, it is your turn. You're no longer stunned. There's no more disadvantage on the effects because that was only for the one round. And you hear the 1T Pitmaster just kind of laugh when it pulls in. He's like, yeah, good luck.
Wait, he's still up there?
Oh yeah, he's still up there. He's just watching
okay.
He's just watching. He's not getting involved until it's his round with you. But he's just watching this happen and laughing.
You see him pull out his book and start to craft another spell as I'm gonna try to hit it with another Ray of Frost.
Okay. So, as you go to shoot the Ray of Frost at his shell, you have to roll it for me at disadvantage, as his shell seems to be of the anti-magic variety.
Oh. Well, I think the 13 will still miss.
And then, if the snail succeeds on a saving throw against a spell or a spell attack misses, an additional effect might occur, as determined by rolling a d6. So I'm going to hit this d6, which is a 2. So, let's see. Here is what happens. If the spell only targets the snail, it has no effect on the snail and is reflected back at the caster using the spell slot level, the DC, the attack bonus, and the ability. So your Ray of Frost, bing! If a 13 would hit you, then it hits you.
It does not.
It blasts you in... Well, what's your AC when shield's gone? Is it above 13?
14.
14?
14.
So your frost comes back and it it engulfs you, but you withstand the cold of your own ray of frost. Yeah. So there you go. It's your turn. Unless you want to move anywhere, use a bonus action.
Nope.
Okay.
He starts to feel bad for the lava he casted on earlier.
Pliskin, it is your turn.
All right. Let's see. Distance.
You can't run through the lava. I will tell you that.
Oh no, no. I was
If you do
more
that, you
measuring
will
for-
die.
No, I was measuring more for the javelin I'm about to throw.
All right, because I'll tell you, to the lava is 30 feet down, and it's 4d10 per square. 30 feet back up. So, just so you are aware. The natural one misses. As you go to throw it, it bounces off of the flail snail shell and ends up falling into the lava itself, and you just see your javelin kind of burn away. So you have one less javelin.
That was only my second round.
That's fine. I mean, however many you have the ones you got from earlier, you recovered those, but this one is gone. It burned up. So, if you had 5, you now just have 4 total. So, that's it. Anything else in your turn?
That will be it.
Alright, Spoon Licka.
Alright, Spoon Liquor. I don't like how that thing is trying to get close, so he is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. He is going to go and make a longbow attack at that thing.
Okay. That
Nat
hits.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. So it's a +2. And as a reaction, I'm gonna use General Tso's special on
Okay.
the bat.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So it's 8. Wow, that's nice. Plus 8, so it's actually 16 plus your General Sal's, which is also rolled and critted. So it's what, a 1d6 for his?
Hold on. It was supposed to roll. I clicked them, but
I don't
okay.
So
Okay,
it's-
so it's a 1d6.
yeah.
So
So
let me see.
just roll. Well, that's if it'll do extra damage. It is immune to fire. So
I mean,
that-
okay.
the additional
that's
8
fair.
damage doesn't go through, but 16 damage does. And you see that one of the 5 tentacles just you pierce right through it, and it just splits off. I'll actually say 2 of them because you crit. 2 of them just fall. Just kind of more so like you got right in the head hole of the shell, and it kind of reels back a little bit, and you see that 2 of the tentacles are just laying on the floor. So now you know
Wait,
there are 3.
I completely forgot. Favorite foe. Not favorite foe. Hunter's mark. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, then
yeah.
we can use that for that then. Yeah. So we'll just use that damage then. So 2 plus 6.
Oh,
so,
okay.
so we'll just do 8 for the
Yeah.
hunter's mark. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Good.
That works the same way. It's the same damage. So
24 damage.
yes.
Shh.
All right. Anything else in your turn?
I'm gonna regret this, but why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. General Zhao. Wait, yeah, it can't move, so General Zhao is just gonna go and try and bite this thing.
Okay.
24.
Yes, that hits him.
Okay, so he
Just
will take
ducks into the shell.
For 4.
4 piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah. He just sticks his chicken face in there and just bites on.
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
28
Alright.
damage.
Let me just move back 1, 2, and that'll be the end of his turn.
It's gonna take an opportunity attack at General Zhao as General.
Wait, he's inside. Okay, so he's
He can-
inside the shell. Okay,
He can still
that's my bad.
stick his tentacles out and try and hit.
Uh,
To be fair,
ah!
he stuck his head in the shell.
He did.
That is also true.
So
Okay.
General Zhao takes 11 damage. Just bap, as he sticks his head in and bites. He just takes like a. He gets a face full of bludgeoning tentacle. Daniel.
I have a stupid idea. He mumbles to himself, and but loud enough for his group to kind of hear if they really wanted to. So probably at least Pliskin, them over there. He's gonna go 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna get to right there where he's by the snail.
Yeah, you can hit him from there. That's melee.
Yeah. Is he on the snail though?
No. The the shell is basically filling up the whole space. But are you
So
gonna
would
try
I
and
have
get on
to?
him?
Well, yeah. Would I have to be right here to be touching it, or right here?
It depends. Are you trying to ride him, or do you have a touch melee spell you want to do?
No, I was curious. Since it's taking up the whole thing, I know it's kind of big and all, could he try to push it towards the edge of the bridge?
You can certainly try. It would be athletics versus athletics.
Okay.
So, okay.
I mean, he's in his shell, so I don't think he'd be able to fight me much.
No, but he is a pretty strong boy. So,
That is fair.
15. All right, cool. 18. You go to push him, and he kind of moves a little bit, but as you push him, you see the side of his shell comes up, and you see that the bottom of his body is still stuck to the ground, so it's more so his head and neck has been what he pulled in, so his, like, not legs, but, like, that bottom part of that snail is still firmly stuck to the ground. So it does
Well-
not get pushed off.
Because of that, I think he's going to use a key point
Hmm.
and use Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Take 2 punches. His AC is still what it is because his head's still in the shell. So, go ahead. 20 just hits, and a natural 20 does in fact hit. So, go ahead and do
Boom.
4, and then...
Boom.
All right. 8. So 8
Wow.
damage. Cool.
Stupid snail, he says.
12
Um,
total.
Oh,
Mm,
And then that may be the end of his turn, but I'm going to check something real quick.
Okay. As you
Oh
go...
no, yeah, that'll be he's going to back up a bit.
As you go to shove him in his, and he's still kind of stuck, you see an opening underneath where, like, underneath his shell just a little bit, and you manage to hook your foot under there and just kick it so that it lifts up even more, and then you kind of turn your palm into, like, that open palm with your knuckles bent in kind of thing, and you just, like,
Yeah.
open
air
palm
palm.
him right into the square middle part of his undercarriage, which you see his head pops out for a second, and all of the 3 tentacles left kind of look at you as he loses balance and gets shoved off the edge, as that was exactly enough. 2 damage more than he had HP left to KO him. So you knock him into, and while the fire has 0 effect on him, you see that he's starting to drown. And this giant flail snail just drowns as he sinks to the bottom, and you hear a quiet falls over the crowd as they did not expect you to, survive that.
And the way as he like air palmed it, he still had the drink in his hand that he did that with, and he took a swig of it as it was like tipping over, and he like smashed it like a boat leaving the port
There you go.
on the snail as it fell into the lava.
And you see that a hushed quiet kind of falls over the crowd, and the 1T Pitmaster just begins to laugh and actually just applauds all of you. It says, "Excellent, excellent, excellent. I was hoping I could stretch my muscles today and get my hands a little bit dirty. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and let you rest, let you restore yourself so that you can fight me at your strongest, because, I don't like to beat weaker opponents who have nothing going for them. So I'm gonna give you a little while, and here," he throws this bottle right here to the ground in front of you, Daniel, and it crashes. And you see this small little, almost dome-like figure appear in the middle. It says, "If you all step in there, you'll go in and effectively get the benefits of a solid night's rest. So I'm gonna go eat lunch, and then I'll come back, and we'll do this up. So I'll see you all in, let's say, 10 minutes." So,
Daniel goes, for a second I thought you were tossing me another drink. I'm a little disappointed.
don't get your hopes up there, buddy, he says. And then he just walks off to go have lunch. And so we'll say that in the 10 minutes he's away for lunch, you guys effectively get the benefits of a long rest. And
Okay.
yep. And so let's go ahead and in real life take a little break, because I have to go to the bathroom and I also want to get a drink.
Can I just say I'm so happy that I got that snail into the stupid lava. That was my whole goal. I was like, I got a stupid idea, and I tried to push it.
All right. Let's
Hey,
take,
this can have a chance you don't take.
let's say a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and we will wrap this thing. So.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Go. All right, so you guys finish up that little 10-minute respite, and you see that this guy comes back. This time, his legs turn into a giant snake body, and he kind of starts throwing his arms up to get the crowd all cheering and pumped up. And he's just like, "Well, if you're ready, I will fight you myself. But I'm gonna stay up here until I need to come down there. So let's get going. Roll it. Give me the initiatives. Actually, let me see if I have the one I want.
Daniel just can't roll initiative.
All right, we're gonna go with this one. All right.
There we go. Pliskin finally getting in the initiative proper.
Cool. Man, he's also not rolling well. All right. So he's up there for now. Pliskin, it is your turn, and from here down, it's basically 20 feet. Or
Okay.
yeah, from like where he is. So like at the top of this thingy, the top of this little arch to the ground is like 20 feet. So just so you all know.
30. 40, so that's about 60 feet, give or take.
We'd say like if that says it's 45 feet for you to hit something, it's 45 feet. It's just you'd have to climb up there. It'd be 20 feet to climb up. So if that's 45 feet range, it's 45 feet range.
Okay, this has got range.
There you go.
120 long range.
There you go. Just hits, yeah.
Yeet.
Yeet. All right, so you toss 6 at him. I like it. All right, cool. Anything else on your turn?
That's it for now.
Okay, cool. Spoon liquor.
Bonus action Hunter's Mark, and then a longbow.
That will miss.
Alright, I will move up 1, 2, 3, 4, right there, and I will have. Yeah, let me see. Let me just check a thing. Yeah, I'll move General Zhao like right here, and that would be the end of our turn.
Okay, Daniel.
Okay. So question: how much does climbing cost you?
Half movement normally. Unless you have something that negates it, like the thief's second story work or something else. Or like when monks get high enough, they can just run up vertical surfaces.
Right.
So,
I'm not that high up yet, sadly. I guess he's gonna, honestly, he's probably just gonna boom. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35. There you go. Yeah, he likes 35. He's gonna sit there and kind of wait.
okay.
Just kind of staring plainly at the guy like, you coming yet? Or
He just starts chuckling. I'll be down there in a few minutes. But in the meantime, you see his left dark, like, tentacly looking arm kind of lights up, and you see this purplish black necrotic energy kind of appear in his shoulder. And he's going to throw one beam at Pliskin, because you threw a javelin at them. So the first beam is, it's a +5 to hit. So, let's see.
Oh.
8 + 5, so that misses. So you see this,
That's
Dark.
3 + 5.
oh yeah, well, an 8 misses. Either way, it would still miss. But, yeah. So you see this dark beam just fly past you and miss. And he kind of just looks, and he's not pleased. So he's gonna turn his attention to a person who is close to the edge, but not quite there yet. And he's gonna look at you, Kara, and throw another spell shot at you, or throw a spell shot at you for a 10. And you see this other dark beam. So they both kind of hit the ground between the two of you, and they miss. Kara, it is your turn.
Kara just slow claps.
Rude.
And I'm going to, pulls out his spell book and he starts to craft this sigil, and it looked similar to the snowflake, except if you could look into the details, the little hollows make small skulls as I attempt to hit him with Chill Touch.
Ooh. 19 does hit.
And he takes 3 necrotic damage.
Ooh, spicy. And you can't regain hit points until your next turn, right?
Correct. So basically, this like small little snowflake of skulls hits him and just sort of like wraps around his chest.
Okay, cool. Anything else in your turn?
Nope, that is it.
Pliskin.
All right. 9-4, I believe. Javelin number 4.
Yeah, that hits for 4. And as you throw this javelin at him, you see that he just snarls, and his face goes from like that laughing smile to, okay, now he's annoyed. And I need you to go ahead and make, for me, as he uses his reaction, a dex save of DC 13. You can see this because it covers you. So he's going to burn a second level spell. Just use a first level spell slot. And you'll take half of that in fire damage. So 6 because you passed. And you feel the fire from the ground around you kind of erupt and kind of land on you for a split second. You taking 6 Hellish Rebuke fire damage. Anything else on your turn?
Dude.
You're like, nah, I'm good.
Daniel just kind of watches them go, like, really?
That's basically a slowly face. Fuck you!
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like,
Alright. Spoon Liquor.
Alright, Spoon Liquor is going to make another longbow attack.
Okay. 13 plus. What's the 8 from? What's this additional 6 from?
Oh no, that's it added the damage
That's
in there.
General Zao stuff.
okay.
Okay, so that's
So
where
it's
it
actually
went.
a 15 to hit. Okay. The 15 will miss.
Okay. Yeah, I think for now that would be the end of our turns.
Okay. Daniel.
You see something kind of like shake. Like he kind of like shakes his arm, and you almost kind of catch a glance if you're behind him as something kind of falls into his hand. And he's going to attempt to chuck a dart at this man.
Alright. What is the range of a dart?
20 to 60.
Alright, so if you threw it from there, it would be a disadvantage because it's 45, but you can certainly do that.
Well-
Because 20 is your normal attack, and if it can go to 60, but anything outside of 20, it's a disadvantage throw.
So where would I have to move to do said
You
thing?
basically have to be, because he's 20 feet up, you'd basically have to, well, either way, because of the angle he's at, you'd have to pretty much get right in front of him for the dart not to have disadvantage. At that point, you're in melee range, so,
Would I have to climb up?
because he's 20 feet up in the air, so.
I see. Well, I'm gonna throw the dart anyways.
Okay. So you throw that dart at disadvantage. 14 will miss. The 16 would have also missed. So.
Just kind of whizzes by his head, and he's like, just saying hi. He says, he's like, get back here, asshole, as he turns around and he's like, get back here, asshole, as he turns around. He's gonna kind of back up, kind of center himself a little bit more as he like prepares himself a little bit.
Cool. That your turn?
Yeah, for now it will be.
Alright, so he has a decent amount of movement speed, so he's gonna take the 5, the 10, and then he's just gonna jump off and take the 7 damage. He doesn't care, because, you know, this is his place. So 10
Ew.
feet to get there, 20 feet of fall damage to come down, and then he is how far away from the next person? 30, 45, 50, 50. Cool. Alright. So he's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20 to get right there, because his melee
Hi.
reach is not that far. He is, however, going to take one magical beam shot at you, Daniel, and another one
That's not
at Pliskin, who's been
I knew
throwing-
I should have used my dodge.
who's
Oh,
been throwing stuff at him. So here's the first one against you, Daniel. 13 to hit. Wow.
misses.
And then this is against Pliskin. 24.
Nailed it.
Okay. Cool. So it is a 1d10 plus 3. So you take 8 force damage and you are blasted 10 feet backwards. As he
Oh.
just kind of chuckles and says, huh, the next time I'll put you in the pit. And that's his turn.
That's not good.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
But yeah, that beam of dark force magic hit you square in the chest and launched you back 10 feet.
Sorry. I need. I'm not sure what I need him to do yet. Gosh, there's so many options. There's so much room for activity. I go ahead and just like reach my hand out and cast the adjust density on him, so he's 10 feet slower.
Oh, that's just one of those
And,
things that happens, huh?
Yeah, it's as an action you can.
Nice.
There's no limit to it whatsoever. I mean, I am concentrating on it, technically, so I'm gonna give myself a little red dot.
Alright.
Uh,
I'm gonna put a red dot on this man too. Just so. Actually, I'm not gonna make it red because make it purple. Because purple is gonna be easier to see against this. No, it's not. I
and
lied.
he's-
Pink. Pink's better. Pink's easier to see on this very orangey red background.
Honestly,
They're all crappy. Short of white.
blue.
Blue.
Blue's
Alright.
blue. There we
Blue
go.
it is. Blue it is. Cool.
Alright.
Alright. That's your action.
And then I'm gonna go 5, 10. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay.
No, 5, 10, 15.
Alright. Pliskin, it is your turn. You were forcibly moved further back after this snake person jumped down. And he looks like he's moving a little slower now. Looks heavier. Looks bloated.
Moves forward again.
hmm
Fuck you!
That just hits.
Oh.
Okay. Anything else in your turn?
I think I'll drink a healing potion for good measure. I might not need it, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Alright. Alright, that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright, spoon liquor.
I'm just pissing this guy off, aren't I?
Yeah.
With these
Alright.
javelins.
So
Okay, remember you only
Okay,
have
but-
you have 3 left now. The one's down here though, you can grab it. The other one's up there, which you can get back later. But right now it's up.
I'm just that pushing off a ledge stuff. So let me see.
I will tell you he's twice as heavy as he was, so pushing him off a ledge will be much harder.
But he has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Yes,
So.
he's up.
I don't know why you suggest that.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
5, 6.
Uh-huh.
Everywhere I go. Okay. Let me see. What's less likely to get me pushed off or slash killed? I'll go right there. And I will take a longbow attack.
Okay.
18.
Yes.
Awesome. As a bonus action. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, so as a bonus, not a bonus action. Well, bonus.
A reaction to
Yeah.
do the damage from General
Yes.
Zhao. Okay, cool. So you get
Yes,
two
General
d6s
Zhao.
basically. So 1 and whatever his comes out to be. So there's 8, 9.
I'm
Okay. The fire damage does seem
Okay,
to go through.
All right, so just 9. And yeah, I will. Yeah, I will move. I didn't use a bonus action, so I will move General Zhao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I
Hmm.
run through my legs.
It is technically small. It
Yeah,
is
he is
technically
small.
small at this point.
Yeah.
Well, you can't end him in the
Uh,
spot that he's at. So
Yeah.
he's got to go
so
somewhere
I'll put
else.
it right there.
Okay.
And General Zhao will go and try and bite him.
Yes, that hits.
3 piercing damage.
Yes.
That
Okay.
would be the end of resistance.
All right. Daniel.
If this chicken can hit and I can't, I'm gonna be a little sad. Okay, he's gonna get close, and I almost for shits and giggles want to try and push him. However,
Don't.
that's not wise. Therefore, he is gonna try to short sword him first.
Okay.
Hey.
23 hits.
6 slashing.
Mm-hmm.
He's also going to use his flurry of blows.
Okay, so you get 2 smackaroonies.
Boom, boom,
Both miss.
rip. He's basically he tried to like hurt him by stomping on his foot twice, basically, and sees it has no effect. He's like, he just 10.
As you go to
Yeah.
run away, and after you've hit him, you feel the flames coming from the walls and splashing over you. I need you to make as a reaction, he's going to cast Hellish Rebuke at 2nd level. I need a dex save, DC 13, I think. Let me double check. Yes, DC 13. Dex save from you, please. 7. So you're going to take, like I said, I've cast it to 2nd level, so it's this plus this. So 14 fire damage as it washes over you as you run away.
Ouch.
Yep.
Pain.
Anything
Ouchies.
else on your turn?
Sorry, pain. Okay, so he's gonna probably go ahead and continue his run. Obviously, he's trying to get away from this man.
Okay.
So he was right here. He goes
Yes.
5, 10, 15. Can he like
You can run right
Run
through first.
past
Yeah, you
it.
just can't
Okay,
end
got
up
it.
in their spot. Yeah.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Yeah.
And I can technically go 60 because of my Drunken Master.
What the hell?
But I think he's really just going to go. No offense, Kara. Right here.
Behind Kara the Meat Shield. Okay. All right. Go ahead and take that 14 HP off. You got knocked for that.
Yeah.
And it is the Wanti Pitmaster's turn. Feeling heavier and feeling slower. It's doesn't like the fact that it just got bit by a chicken. So it's gonna go ahead and try and slice you with. It's gonna try and bite down on. You see, it's like its black arm, which has been shooting beams from you, like all the tentacles at the end, kind of wrapped together and form a snake head, and it's gonna try and bite Mr. Zhao for 10. He's not a fan that he missed, so he's gonna try it again for a 2nd bite.
Misses.
Golly.
He's 16.
Oh, he's not pleased. But he's gonna use his bonus action, and you see him kind of, the snake as it goes down to try and bite you twice, kind of curls back, and it's almost like he's shedding his skin as he disappears and 5, 10, 15, 20, appears right here using Misty Step, basically in your face. So, yes, that's his action and his bonus action, and he's gonna, I'm gonna put him right there. So he's gonna move to right there. And that is Mr. Wan T's turn. What you wanna do, Kara?
This would be the perfect time for somebody that Eldritch Blast that can push.
What do you think you got pushed with?
That's what I figured. But I'm just saying, like, this would be a perfect time for a little payback.
Maybe.
Surprise, my guy's actually level 4 Eldritch. No.
Yeah, alas, I'm not that. But I am going to pull down, turn a few pages, and then start crafting this orb as it just floats up, and the orb almost looks alive, and it keeps changing between a fire and a snowstorm, and finally settles on a bowl of electricity as I try to hit it with a lightning chromatic orb.
Ooh.
As you go to throw down the lightning chromatic orb, you see that its snaky tentacled arm kind of almost throws the snake up and eats it, and he's gonna burn a 3rd level spell and counterspell your
Ah.
spell.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So he destroys the snake to counter the lightning ball. So unless it's 3rd level or higher, even well, I don't think it's 4th level. So
Well, seeing as how I'm level 3,
yeah.
uh,
Anything else on your
Hey,
turn?
it burned another spell slot of his.
It did burn one of his higher level spell slots. Yes. He does not want to catch lightning to the face. He just doesn't enjoy it. That's all.
Good to know.
well, I guess you really are about as more cowardly than the thing that's been pecking you.
Hey,
And that will be my turn.
Bless you.
Again, Spoon has not been pecking him.
That's funny.
Rage!
Alright, so
I need him
it's-
to make a deck save.
yes, let me put your little
Ooh,
let me put your bubble
with
up here.
lightning damage.
Alright. I never said he was vulnerable to it. I just said he didn't
No,
like
I know.
it. That's all.
I know.
12, so he takes 1 lightning
He
damage.
takes 1 damage.
Takes 1 lightning
Hey.
damage. Okay.
And I go in with a swing of my anchor.
That does hit, plus your 2 rage, so it'll be plus 8. Okay. Alright. Anything else on your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Spoon liquor?
alright, so bonus action is to control General Zhao. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that would be flanking, correct?
Yes.
Do you allow that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see. If I use my bonus action to move him,
Oh, you can
right?
attack with him too, doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking after that, and if I take an attack after, can I move him after my action, or?
As long as he still
No.
has movement left, you're basically, for him to move doesn't cost any action economy from you. He has his
Okay,
own
okay,
movement.
cool.
So as long as
Because
he
I want
has
to
that,
pull.
yeah.
I want to pull something very, very interesting.
Okay.
I pull a big move. So let's see. That would miss.
Yep.
Okay. All right. General Zhao will go and bite this thing.
That will
Will
also,
also miss.
Yes.
However, I do not enjoy the fact that this thing is right next to me. So, will I take opportunity of attack?
He is not going to, because his face is focused on you guys, and he is gonna keep looking at you guys.
Okay. That's fair. I
Meanwhile, chickens are doing all the damage.
Yeah, pretty much.
will move. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He will, however, try and
Hey.
bite you as you run away.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Go ahead, do it.
12.
That misses.
He goes to snap at you with his snake arm, and he just kind of, you just are a little too dexterous, and you
All right.
dive out the way.
All right. I was hoping he will take the bait. I'll move my last action. I'll move his last movement to put that there, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Daniel, still patting out some of that smoky fire. But it's your turn.
Yeah. It's an action to use a health potion, right?
Bonus action.
Ooh.
I personally allow people, if they want to use their full action, to take the maximum healing on that potion, but it's bonus action for us standard to just roll the dice on it. But if you want to burn your action for the whole effect, I, as the DM, let you do it. Not everyone does, but I like to. So I
For
think it's worth it.
a full heal effect, it would give me how much health?
It would give you the maximum possible on the potion. So if it's a 2d4 plus 2, you would just get 10. But you can also use a bonus action and just roll the dice for it and see what you get. So the choice is yours.
You know what? I think I'm gonna use my full action in order to do that because that sounds really nice right about now.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
So you get the full effects of that healing potion. So you get 10 HP back and you burn your action to do it. So
Correct. And just for the sake of it, he's going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he is going to use suddenly. He's just gonna kind of slump and look even more drunk, as he's gonna use a key point to use dodge on himself
okay, cool.
as a bonus action.
Alrighty. It is his turn. With you getting where you are and with everyone going where they are, you see that he is going to take both of his arms and kind of form them together and make a giant snake, which sends out these strange, like, magical rings from its eyes, affecting 5 creatures, so everybody within this range right here. So bam! Everybody.
Jesus.
Sorry, so you mean the map?
Yeah, the map.
Yeah.
I need you all to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, please.
Is this for charm or frighten?
Let me see. It is for asleep. And you have no effect on a creature immune to being charmed. So if you're immune to being charmed,
No, but I have advantage against charms.
okay. And then it is, yeah, it would.
It's like
I would say
con save?
I would say it's a charm. Yeah, DC 13.
Okay. Cool.
Looker passes, but I do not.
Okay. So
Okay, I need to roll that save, and that's gonna be if it'll let me. Oh,
sleepy.
I get it. I get it now.
Cool. So Kara passed, Spoon Liquor failed, Pillskin failed. Pillskin, you fall asleep and your rage might end. It depends. If it gets back to your turn, well, it will end because you're not gonna take any.
Cool.
So you are also.
That's
Do
Somehow
I get
deals
the?
damage
Do
to
I have
him.
advantage on that dodge or no?
That's just for attacks against you.
Got it.
So this is a save. So 3 of you failed, the 2 of you passed. So you basically are unconscious for 10 minutes. A sleeping target awakens if it takes damage or if someone uses an action to shake or slap it awake. So you guys, the 3 of you are fully unconscious, which also means that your hunter's mark drops because it's concentration and you can't concentrate when you're
Yeah.
unconscious. So that, however, is its turn. Kara, you see that 3 of your compatriots have collapsed asleep.
It's all up to the chicken.
Chicken and the wizard.
We got
I
this,
mean-
boys.
To be fair, chicken has flanking technically.
He does not because you
Unless
are
we're-
Oh, he
unconscious.
does
Yeah.
that. Yeah. They're gone.
Yeah, you guys are asleep until otherwise noted.
Question.
Mhm.
I know that I can't.
I would say you know how magical sleep works enough to wake people out of it.
Yes, no, that's not what I'm asking. My question is, I know that I cannot, like, avoid people, or I have spells that I can avoid people.
Uh-huh.
But is there a way that I could, like, mitigate the damage dealt against people?
I guess it would depend on the type of spell.
Like, if I wanted to cast a spell that had me, roll damage, could I just take the, force the lowest possible damage?
Oh, if you're doing like a firebolt or something on a person?
Yeah.
I would say, sure. I would say
Okay.
it would take your whole action to do it. You wouldn't be able to cast another spell because you'd be focusing on like doing minimum damage instead of like
That's
killing
fine.
someone.
That's fine. I come over here, and I cast
Sleep.
Wither and Bloom again.
On both of them, huh?
I can cast it on as many people as I want within a 10-foot circle on wherever I want, so I don't even actually have to move. So I basically cast it on a point right there, so it gets the Pitmaster and the 2 of them, and since they're asleep, I'm guessing they automatically, or he has to roll a con save.
It's just a con save. There's no advantage or disadvantage on it, so they also get to roll the con save because
Oh,
they're
so, yeah, if you
they're
two-
asleep and not stunned or anything like that.
Yeah, so if you two want to roll, you fail, you pass.
Bam, and he has advantage on it actually because it is a spell. Doesn't matter. Roll a 4.
Okay, so Daniel, you take 3. If that's okay, I'm just gonna let it go as normal. Daniel, you take 3 damage because you saved. Plinsky, you take the full 5. However, you do
Pliskin.
get to
Pliskin.
Sorry,
Although
Sorry,
Plinsky is funny.
I'm getting tired and dyslexic.
No, you're good.
You do, if you want to, get to roll a hit die plus 3 to regain health.
So you can roll a d12 plus 3 if you want, and get some HP.
Plus your
there.
con.
Yep. So
So you get 7 back, so you gain health, technically. But since you took damage, you both wake up, correct?
correct. And your rage maintains.
And your rage
Pliskin.
maintains because you.
Got
Well, I mean,
damage.
you would have woken up anyway, but you took damage.
There
so
you go. So it does work. All right. Is that your
that
turn?
is my turn.
This man is not pleased about that one bit. Pliskin, you fell asleep,
Pliskin.
so you were prone, so you do have to stand up. But let me take these sleep
Yep.
symbols off you guys, so you guys are not snoozy Magoonie anymore. All right, cool.
Maybe that's
I'll
what
just add
said.
the symbol.
I mean, you can keep the symbol if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
So he takes half damage.
He doesn't take any. It's an either or for that, which is dumb, and I think it should be half because I play one, but no, it's not. Anyway, go on.
Wait, sorry. I look at him and say, "Oh, come on now, it's just the lightning." As I hit him with a silvery barb,
Yeah.
and I need him to re-roll that deck save and take the lower of the two.
He's gonna counterspell your silvery barbs as he sees them start to appear and get out of my face. He
Is
says,
not
Counterspelling a level
like-
1 spell. That's awesome.
"Hey man,
Oh,
he's avoiding
fine.
5 damage. He doesn't want it."
well, oh no, I guess since he counterspelled it, like
No,
the
it is
entire
half
spell-
damage. You're right. They must have changed that because last time I looked, it wasn't. So it still doesn't matter because you'll get 3 from you, but nothing from silvery barbs. So
Okay,
Hey,
that's fine.
3 is still something.
hey man,
Yeah.
3 is still something.
Hey, that's 3,
Uh,
and you get advantage.
Advantage.
no, you
yeah,
don't because
go
he
ahead.
counterspelled your spell.
No,
So-
but he has.
Oh,
Oh,
he's flanking.
so,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
You get it from the flanking. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll another one. I bet you won't.
Oh.
And I mean, you still miss, but. All right.
I would have laughed if it went from that 1 to that 20.
That would have been kind of funny. You trying to move
Okay.
anywhere else? Or you staying there?
I'm staying there, just.
All right. I'm gonna put a little tag on you just so I remember you are at 8 more rounds of that. So, Spoon Liquor,
Okay, so
you are asleep. So
yeah,
you,
I am asleep.
You are unconscious.
But the rules of this
Yes.
basically did say
Zhao
that,
can do Zhao can do whatever you want him to do if you're unconscious.
That's the thing. Because he's intelligence of 8 at least. So I'm wondering how he would. Because I don't want to metagame. Let me see.
Yeah. Well, he can do whatever actions you want. It's just what you
Give
want
me
him
a
to
sec.
play as. Yeah.
Roll 1d100.
All right.
If it's high, he goes to his master. If it's low, he goes and help the others and stay right where he is.
All right.
So that would be.
We both
considered
rolled low.
So yeah, he'll stay right there.
Okay.
But Daniel, you still get that flanking.
Yes.
Aha. So is it my turn now?
Yeah,
You
so
still
then
well, you
that's
still
it.
have an attack if you want to attack with General Zhao.
Oh yeah, I'm a dumbass. Okay, let's see.
No, you're
That's just-
chicken.
Natural
There's
20.
the diff-
Natural 20
That
does
is
hit.
awesome. That is awesome.
7 plus, so it's 13 damage that he did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I hope that'd kill it.
No, it
That
did
would
not.
be comical.
But it would be funny if it did.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right.
It's
You,
literally done all the damage.
not all of it, just a lot of it. Daniel,
A lot
you're
of
up.
it.
Daniel's
that's
just gonna kind of look at this guy and he's like,
That's for me to remember. I don't have a reaction right now.
he's just gonna kind of like shake it off, like, because honestly, like that whole like recovery circle honestly washed off a lot of his like drunkenness. So he just kind of looks over, still like almost seeming drunk. Kind of looks up and he's like, "You kidding me?" And he gets back up, rises up. How much movement is that, by the way?
Half movement to get up.
Got it. So 25 movement.
It's an
He's
expensive
going
get
to
up.
go. I mean, to still have 25 movement.
Oh, yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know.
He's going to go ahead with advantage. He's going to go ahead and attack with his short sword.
Alright. Do it. That will miss. The 18 hits. Yep, I missed the 18. You're good. You hit.
Yeah.
6.
That's 6. And then he's going to use his flurry of blows to do unarmed strikes.
What's that, your third key
Uh,
point?
Yes, this is my third.
Cool. So that's
Before
your
you
last
do
one.
that, as a reaction, General Zhao will basically give you an extra 1d6 for that because he can give it to anyone who is within 30 feet.
Correct.
Okay.
You get an extra 4 fire damage to him.
Alright. Cool. So, the...
Not to ask DM, but would that be 10 since it was on a? Oh no, it wasn't.
No.
Never mind.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't.
was-
Both of
So,
those hit.
well, so they're both at advantage, so that's just for the first one. The 20 would hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you can roll your other one again, then we'll do the damage after. The 16 will miss, however. So roll the
Right.
damage for the one unarmed strike. 7.
7 and then d6.
No, you just get that on. It's just 1 d6 because it just adds. He has to use his reaction to do it one time.
Yeah,
So-
you got a 4.
Yeah.
that should
So
be
I added that in already for you, so you're good.
Got it.
All right, cool. This. Are you trying to move anywhere else?
Considering how well it went last time, he's probably going to chill where he's at.
Oh.
Would
Okay.
my dodge still remain, by the way?
No, it's just until your next turn.
Right.
So.
Got it.
All right. It is his turn. He's looking really not great. He is not thrilled about the way that his life is going, and seeing as you're the one who just beat the crap out of his face, he is gonna make a melee spell attack against you, and use a 3rd level spell and try and hit you with Vampiric Touch.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
All right,
Ooh.
cool. So you're gonna take this much necrotic damage, and he will regain half back. So you're gonna take.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
just 2.
Are you rolling up or rolling down?
Rolling up, so you
Yeah,
take
I feel
3.
it.
And he gets 3 HP back, guys. 3. But hey, give him a green, because that's concentration for him. Well, Poopy. For 3d6, that's just awful.
He just kind of like reaches out and touches him, and
And
he like feels like the
Since,
pain.
since it's a melee attack, he is going to infuse it with poison damage that he can do twice a day, because he hasn't melee attacked anybody. And it's going to use Poison's Disciple, which adds this much poison damage to the attack, which he won't heal for. But you do get 21 poison
21.
damage. Yes. So you just
God damn.
fall to 0, but you're not dead. He is almost dead.
Along with that, like as he touched him with the vampiric touch, he's gonna kind of like feel his life draining from him for a second. He's like, and then it stops. He's like, that kind of tickle, and suddenly just,
Yep.
and he is unconscious on the floor.
It is this
That
thing right
is
here.
Quite the
Oh,
hangover.
I don't know why I didn't show the thingy. Anyway, so you can ignore the 14. That 21 was just for the added
Oh
on.
my god.
Kara, it is your turn. You see the Wanty kind of like hit with a necrotic bite and then just like just pump your buddy full of poison and he falls to the ground. But this dude is looking not great.
All right. That is. You know, I really don't like. Ooh. Wait, what is it? It's a. You know, actually, I think that still sort of works. So I need him to make a con save.
Okay.
DC 13. It's
Alright.
not high.
He has
But-
advantage.
I'm casting Magnify Gravity
Okay.
right here.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot radius, so it basically just catches him, doesn't catch anyone else. But he needs to make the save or take 12 force and have his movement reduced by half.
So you'll take him to 10 feet of movement. Okay.
Or okay, so
I
he only takes
think-
6, and he doesn't have any movement, or he doesn't suffer any movement effects, so he takes
Okay.
6 force damage.
All right. Done. And he also has to make a con save against his thing. He has to make it of 10.
Yep.
Really? Okay. Whatever. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Pliskin.
Now he needs to make a dex save.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting he has advantage on these because it's a magical effect, and I have not been rolling the advantage on them. Anyway, I rolled 16, so he'll get 2. Okay.
I yell at him and tell him to take the damage like a man,
Okay, he'll take 3 instead of 2.
and
Okay.
and then I'm going to. Is Spoonlicker awake yet?
No,
No, he is
you've
not.
left him sleeping.
Oh, okay.
You have to wake him up.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if it was like something that
No.
would.
Nope,
Wait,
it's 10.
okay,
It's
fine.
10 minutes he's unconscious for. He's just having a nice little snooze,
Yeah.
nice power nap.
Well, then I'm gonna give myself advantage for my next attack or saving throw or
Uh,
whatever.
Okay.
Honestly, he'd probably prefer it.
Right. He's just a nice
Yeah,
cozy nap.
definitely.
Pliskin, you have advantage
I
from
have
flanking
advantage
with General
because
Zhao.
of Kraken chicken.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, you have advantage from your chicken. No. 13 misses. You are not having the best of rolls today.
Nope.
Anything else in your turn?
That's all I can really do right now.
All right. Spoonlicker's asleep, but General Zhao, you got him.
General would bite at advantage.
And misses.
Misses. Okay.
All right.
Well, no anything else to do.
All right. Daniel, give me a straight D20 death save.
D20s are my friend. D20s are my friend.
Oh my god.
You have 2 death saving throw failures.
No, Daniel live.
2.
Oh no, he needs up.
This Wan T is looking really, really, really bad.
He's just really dehydrated. He hasn't had a drink in a second.
He's looking real bad, real hurt, but
Yeah.
he's more concerned with the magician who keeps making him have a bad time. So
Save me.
he's going to use a bonus action to, where's my spells here? I just had it to, there it is. Use his last 2nd level spell slot as a bonus action and Misty Step to you to avoid getting smackaroony magoonied, which doesn't really get him very far, but it gets the point across. And with his action, he is gonna try and take you out, Mr. Wizard. There's the first attack of 2. 15 to hit.
Let me see one thing here.
You still have your mage armor, right?
I do still have my mage armor, but I need to just see one thing here.
You've already used your reaction too, so you
Yes, I
cannot
have.
shield. So you take, unless your AC is higher than that, you
Nope,
take
it's not.
12. And then
Okay.
I need you to make a con save against your gravity ability of 10, because it's half or 10. So
My gravity. Oh, you're right. It is.
this is just the first time you've been hit since it happened. So you make it. He is not pleased with that situation, so he's gonna try to bite you with his snake hand again. With a natural 1. All right.
Misses.
Because I want to know, for my own personal thing, had I hit you with it with that damage, I was gonna use his 2nd of the day ability to infuse it with
Yeah,
poison.
go ahead.
I just want to see what it would have been. That would have been 34 damage, which would have killed you outright.
That would have insta
He
killed
would
me.
have been dead.
Yep.
Luckily, on a natty 1, he fails.
It just turns around and bites him.
Kara, it is your turn. You see this dude in front of you who's looking real bad. It's looking like he's on his last legs, but he damn near wrecked your shop.
Yeah, he really did. Mm. Oh, darn. I don't really have, unfortunately, I don't have any touch spells because I don't want to be in touch range. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to use my final spell slot.
Okay.
I'm going to drop right here, or I guess right here.
Yeah.
My last Magnify Gravity, so I need a Con 13 saving throw, or take 13 force damage, and so he takes 7.
Okay. Alrighty. He's looking on death's door.
Oh, come on.
Speaking of on death's door,
Pliskin, you see your friend down, but you also see this snake person in a really bad way, and he rolls for
I
his
have to make
deck
a
save.
dex
He rolls 19,
He
so
does.
yeah, he does.
Dex save.
So it'll just be 1. Okay. Okay. So he
Ah!
20 hits. The amount of times you guys have hit the exact number on the nose to KO the enemy, which is exactly what this 12 damage is, it takes you right to the death mark. Go ahead and describe to me how you kill this pitmaster.
So he raises the anchor high up in the air, brings it down into its back, and just literally drags it down this thing's back, just splitting it open from behind.
As you drag it down and split it open from behind, you see that it falls right behind the flail snail, whose shell is at this point just floating into the pit.
And I would also like to add that it falls very quickly
It does.
because it's, double the weight.
Yes. No, it's not. It is probably so, and it splashes fire up all around you all, and just it doesn't do any damage. It just explodes. And I'm gonna say that. So you guys can decide how you want to do this. You can either force a potion in Daniel's mouth, or you can roll a d20 for a death save, Daniel, or someone else can roll a medicine check on you. But if they roll a check, you get 1. Either you roll the check, or they roll the check, or someone force a potion in your mouth.
I was gonna say, Carr has a potion that he would force feed.
Cool. So you get 6 HP back, Daniel. And
God
Alright.
bless you.
Drink, damn it! Drink!
Just out of curiosity,
With a little bit of extra rage.
Roll that. That's it.
Can I roll
just
just to see
yeah,
what I
go
would have
for it.
gotten?
just to
Yeah,
see.
absolutely. You'd be dead.
Almost
I
did
saved your life!
You would, in fact, be very, very dead. Yep.
I just...
You would have been dead.
All right.
Um,
Yeah.
I
That
was
was out of it.
honestly planning his death as we were talking.
As you, I assume that Zhao wakes you up. So you snap up out of the sleep. You see the giant snake man nowhere to be seen.
He doesn't even have time to register that right away. He just gets up and the weakest punch, base completely misses Kara. Just kind of goes past his shoulder and just swings.
Nothing.
Just spits out some poison.
As you get up and swing at the poison, and spit it out, you see that the crowd is not happy. The crowd is erupting in jeers and are angry, and in doing so, they are all chanting and swaying their arms together, and the lava in this room is starting to rise. All the doors seem to be shut. There seems to be no immediate way to sprint out of here.
Oh, Liquor, get your chicken over here.
And you're chained!
Alright.
He
feel like I
just
guess
says
that
this as
does
he
not
raises
know
his
what's
hand
going
over his
on.
head.
So
Kara
just-
would... Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. Oh, by all means, I'm still probably recovering a little bit.
Kara would reach into his bag and pull out the scroll and
Ooh,
open up the teleportation scroll.
that is so smart. That's a lot better than what I was gonna do.
All right. So, because you already have it, I want to see how well this lands you. Because it will get you out of here, but I need you to roll me an Arcana check at advantage.
As he's doing that, still Daniel gets up and he's like,
Oh.
he just screams as loud as he can to try and silence these fools to get them to stop doing what they're doing. He just goes, just pissed off. He's like breaking his cover of like not really being drunk at all, and just like yells at these idiots to stop their chanting.
As you are yelling and trying to get them to stop their chanting, they all of a sudden the scroll is thrown out in front of you. The words are read in a very quick, and not quite decipherable manner. But then the world around you starts to spin, and as you feel yourself being lifted off, you see the ground beneath you become engulfed in lava. And within about a few seconds, you return back to the cave at which Glennon left you. And then they step out, and they're just like, huh, looks like you had a shitty time looking at Kara. But what was in there? What'd you find?
There was
Empty.
a fighting pit run by a would I know that it was a Yanti?
Yeah, you'd know it's a
Giant
snake
snake
man.
man.
Yeah.
By a giant snake man, and there was like a gladiator pit with crowds chanting and a big pool of fire underneath.
Mid sentence, Daniel kind of just goes, "Ugh," and he just pukes out some more poison because of how much was just blasted into him. Oh,
Yeah, you here, hold on. Let me take a look at that.
I'm good.
I
I'm good.
I don't think you are. Come over here.
Oh,
And you see that the spider climbs off of their shoulder, and he walks up to you, and he, you feel the spider bite into your neck, and where you expect it to be painful, like a poison-filled bite, so you kind of recoil for a second, you actually feel this radiant magic kind of pulse through your veins, and you get healed with a cure wounds for 19.
oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because Glennon has a level in life cleric and can just heal people when they want to. So, all right. So there was a fighting pit run by a 1T. It sounds like great, cool.
There was a flail snail. Took care of that.
Oh, those are fun. Did you bounce your magic back in your face?
I tried to, but my attack.
More like I
really
shoved it off
shielded
the
me.
edge.
All right. Well, I'll go and close the actual. I'll go and collapse the rocks into it and destroy. How did you get there anyway? Did you just dive through a hole?
Portal.
There was a portal on the outside.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll go and have to destroy the glyph, I guess.
I'd like to warn you. There was the audience who got upset at the end and seemed to be chanting and make the lava rise.
Oh, well, that's convenient for me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would just have to kill them all myself. So that saves me a lot of time. So, yeah, good to know. Great. But as I promised, here is your gold, and they float out 4 bags of gold. Yeah, it's not a joke. If Glennon wants to wipe out that audience, he can, or they can go in there and just wipe them all out. Eventually, I'll have an army of myself that has 7th level spell slots and lucky dice and portent dice and mage stuff. But you get 250 gold pieces each, and all right. So I was looking at what I think you're probably good at, based on your situations. I have a couple of things which I think might be helpful for you. He looks to the person that he just cured in Daniel, and they hand you a jug, and says you can use this to make all kinds of things appear, whether it's ale or acid or whatever. But I had this in the storage back there that I haven't used in a long time, and they hand you an alchemy jug. They look over at Kara, Um, so, first thing, you look also pretty messed up. I know what that feels like. So here, um, bam, just hit you with a little bit of 14 healing wounds, because they
Healing
recognize.
wound?
Yeah, cure wounds, healing. He healed. They healed your wounds with healing wounds. They recognize how painful that shit is, because it hurts to be a wizard sometimes, oftentimes. And they kind of pull from one of their holsters and they hand you a arcane grimoire. So you have an arcane grimoire. Looking over towards you, Spoon Liquor. They they're just like, well, I got this from someone. I really don't remember where I got it from, but since you now have a chicken, weird, but have you heard of the Chicken Lich? Is that a thing?
As you say that name, you see every bone. You see Spoon Liquor just go pale. It's just like, yeah, I've heard of the Chicken Lich.
Oh, okay. Well, this might help with that. And they just kind of pull out of their bag Nature's Mantle, which
Ooh.
is a that right there for you here. And
Awesome.
then here, actually, I can just so you have the properties of Alchemy Jug here, because you'll want this too. This is what Alchemy Jug does. Bam. Basically, once a day, you
Yeah.
can produce any of those things in it.
The
So
funny thing is, it includes mayonnaise.
it does include mayonnaise,
2 gallons of mayonnaise.
which is
Mayonnaise.
Tastes suddenly are making the world's biggest potato salad.
your Arcane Grimoire is a +1. Just I assumed you knew, but if
I
it's not,
already put a +3 in there. Sorry. Thank you.
dispel magic down to a +1, and then
Shit.
looks at you, Pleskin, and he goes, you know, a lot of people don't give the strong folks in the guild enough credit for how smart they can be. So I'm gonna give you something a little bit different that you may have not had before, you may have not seen. But I was digging through some of my stones and things I don't really use. So let me ask you this: what is your intelligence score?
His intelligence score is a -1,
What's the number?
an 8.
Great. So you get this. They give you a Psi Crystal, which with an 8, you have telepathy out to 30 feet for anything. And then you also shine bright light for a 5-foot radius and an additional light for 5 feet. So you basically have a telepathic stone that glows, and if you increase your intelligence, it will increase the range of your telepathy and your brightness. So, but you can have telepathy and speak with any creature as long as they have an intelligence score of 3 or higher. So, but it's out to
It's
30.
so
It's out
much
to
fun.
it's out to 30 feet. So, there you go. But also, if you lose intelligence, you also lose the range of it. So don't get dumber.
I have a question.
Yep.
With that kind of thing, would people be able to telepath talk to him unless he doesn't say it first?
He has to speak with them first.
Got it. Just curious.
Yeah, it's just standard telepathy. So if he speaks, then they
Understandable.
can respond. Yeah, but it's helpful though, because it helps with sneakiness sometimes. But with that, all right. Well, you guys are probably ready to get back home. So, here.
One question.
Yeah. What?
Where would you buy a boat? I doubt I can buy it yet, but where would be the best place?
Probably in, well, one of the major cities, or I guess here. But you'd have to get a lot of money for that.
Well, looks like I can't go wasting it all on beer.
Well, that thing can make you some beer every day, so just save up your money.
I like the sound of that.
All right. Well, with that, I will say a rowboat only costs 50 gold pieces. However, a sailing ship costs 10,000 gold. So keep that in mind. Yeah, sure. Carr can stay and chat to learn some magic, but they will likely have to find their own way home, because Glidden is a busy wizard. But if everyone's ready to go back, I will send you back to the guild right now.
You ready, chicken? He says, looking at Boom Liquor.
Oh, send Rusty my regards,
It's
Cassidy.
like, no. No. Oh, as you say his name, it's just like, he just smiles. It's like, for this once, sure.
You see they reach into their component pouch, they pull out some chalks, and they draw an actual full-on circle this time with a bunch of runes carved into it, different sigils, different lines and directions, much more intricate than what had happened before. And you guys are all, he welcomes you to step into it. You guys are all teleported back right inside of the the dungeon or the guildmaster's office, who is not there. And you guys end up rolling out back into the main area of the tavern. And Rusty says, "Hey, get back to work, you lazy ass!" To Spoon Liquor, throws you a broom. Says, "Get that chicken out of here, or I'm gonna make it dinner. It's gonna be my dinner, not me making dinner for it. Just to clarify." Um,
Listen, he says, like to Rusty, like completely, like it sounds kind of like
do you want me
threatening,
to
but it's
cut?
not.
Do you want me to cut you off before you even start?
That chicken saved our lives.
All right, no tab for you. Not today.
I wasn't finished, and then he pulls out a gold piece
You
and just puts
feel
it on.
you feel an invisible hand put his finger over your lips, like shh. As one of his mage hands just floats to your mouth. But with that, you guys have been successful. He's only gonna bar you from a tab for like 2 hours. He wants money. He likes to make money at his business.
I see.
Just so you learn the lesson, really. But with that, you guys all complete the Pit of Doom. You earn 250 gold pieces each and your item each. And since you're all level 3, you all level up to level 4.
Yay.
But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording because I know some people want to get to bed. But it was a lot
What
of
is
fun.
sleep?
I hope you enjoyed yourself and almost died, but didn't. So,
Yeah, I was scared.
all right. But all right. Well, everybody have a great night. Bye.